So would you like these chairs moved? I can move them over.
If you don't really need to, I guess, but if it's not anybody's way, we can leave them.
Might be stumbling.
And we are live.
Okay. Yeah, we don't need you stumbling through and.
You're getting this close to retirement. You want.
Yeah.
Nice try. This will be.
So what did they say under budget?
Approve it right now.
Okay, everybody ready? All right, I shall call this meeting to order. It is July 20th, 2026. It's 9:31 a.m. We all please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. See. Please take a look at our agenda, if there's anything that we need to add to it.
Roll call.
Oh, and roll call, I'm sorry, Rod,
Here.
Scott,
Here.
Josh,
Here.
Lauren,
Here.
and Stephanie is here. Now, please review the agenda. Looking for a motion to approve it.
I'll make that motion to approve agendas.
Motion by Scott, can I get a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Lauren. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Bar none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. All right, anybody here for public comment? I will open the floor. Nobody? Okay, moving on. Please review the minutes from the last meeting. And I'll look for a motion to approve them. How's it going, Rod?
Yeah. I have a fun, yeah.
It's, I just had to do an update, so. Yeah, you can read the minutes. I've already read them. Okay, any additions or corrections to the minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Motion by Scott. Can I get a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Josh. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Bar none. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Let's check out our bills. Anything on our bills here that you have questions, and then just slide to the left if you want to.
Yeah.
Maddie's going to
Fix this.
fix them so that they will be all in the same.
Yeah.
I know.
Sorry, they're
okay.
sideways. I know.
They're fine, it just,
Yeah.
Did you see anything that's out of the ordinary, Maddie?
There was one where I don't know. I'd have to talk to Travis for sure to see, but I don't think it's budgeted, but there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe there were 8 bills that were not done in December of 24. And then quite a few in 25 that were missed for information technology department. So those were missed. I just got when they got a kickback email, when it goes to the auditor's office, they emailed me and said they were missing quite a few invoices, so I created vouchers and put them in there. I don't know how the budget will look for that. That might be an IT budget to see if there's money in there, but that's the only one that
How much?
I
are we talking-
questioned.
Are we
I
talking?
think it was about 7,000. Let's see, because the one bill, let's see, it's 8,000. Yeah, and the most recent bill was,
And what was it for?
that is our state IT billings. It's a monthly bill.
Is that budget, actually, I think that budget actually goes out of emergency preparedness. I wonder if they have that under their bill. Under their budget, maybe. Anyways,
I don't know. So yeah, it was about 7,000, I believe. For making up for 21 and 24 and a couple in 25.
So some of them were
And a
just
couple of-
missed or what?
Yeah,
Okay.
yep.
I remember
that was the
seeing the
only one.
state, I remember seeing the state IT expense line where it does have a budget number. I just don't remember where it was. I do believe, but I'll have to look for that, but yes, we do need to pay that bill.
Yeah, yep.
And then the money will come out of the emergency.
Or yeah, it is under information technology. So it is under the IT, state IT, and then in parentheses, WAN.
Under state IT.
It looks like the budget.
Oh, yeah, there's
is
$12,000.
12,000.
Yep.
So that will be over.
What is the current balance that's in that? I have the expense as of 2025 in front of me. I don't think I have the 2026 in front of me. Oh, I do. I do not. Nope, I didn't print that one off. Sorry. But what? It would come out of the IT, but I do know there's extra cash in a different account. We were looking at this. But can you open up the report on from here?
I can do the one I sent you.
Oh, yeah, that's smart. Cash report. All right, 2026 expenses. There we go. It's on the IT one. It's at 41.
This one is 4501.
So the state IT is $12,000 there, and we've only spent 5,703 or 709.80. So we currently have 6,690.20 left in that budget line
And we got
item,
about 8,000 bill.
Just for this one, yep. And so we would have
2,000 over.
we would have July through December's bill to pay this year as well.
What does it roughly cost per month?
The most recent one, 6/26, was $1,330.75.
So about 1,000.
Yeah, we budget 12,000 a year for it, so it's about $1,000 a month.
So I wonder if
And
we
what,
can-
why are we over now?
Because they didn't pay 2024, or we missed.
One in 24 and then quite a few in 25 were missed.
So since I got paid, everything just carries straight over and now we're short, right?
Yep,
We should, couldn't we just take it over the leftover,
hey, take some,
COVID, those COVID funds or whatever that we have left, or?
I don't even know what the balance is for that right now. That's one of the things we're gonna
Working.
we're working on.
Yes.
Okay.
We do, since we did merge since we merged 911, emergency preparedness and all of those three together, we did save ourselves a few $1,000s. I think it was like 7,000 we saved. We could take it from that.
And if we budgeted $12,000 and it didn't get used in 24, 'cause it didn't get paid, where did the money go?
It'll just go right back to the general and then we'll rebudget it again.
So could we take it from the general?
Yeah, we can take it from reserve,
Because
but,
if it
Yeah,
went there,
that's my-
the
that's my
overage
thought.
went there,
yep,
then we take it from
You,
there.
you just didn't tax as much.
right.
I mean, so that if having that money in a budget. It would just carry over money, so you didn't tax as much.
Right. So. Yeah, we can take it from the reserve.
I'm just, because if we budgeted for it and then we went back there, I'm just thinking we could take it from there.
Mhm.
Yeah. Whatever, out of me.
Okay,
I see one other thing on here. We took county money to pay for the spray for the weed board. And I know it's all the same money, but I think when we figure up the next budget, we should figure up a budget for the weed board
yep.
and then,
Working on that.
yeah, and then
Yep.
transfer.
Because
The
they'll
weed
have-
board actually has 50,000 in their current
Oh, yeah.
standing account, so we need to, they were just discussing this morning, the weed board and Maddie about transferring the money from the weed board back over to, I think it was the road or wherever the other expense, or make sure the expense was paid by the weed board for their things. So, yep, that was just, thank you, but yep, they're working on it.
So should we to fix it? We just take it out of the reserve. What are you guys thinking?
Yep, I would take, you can take out the reserve, that works.
I'll
If it
make,
went back in reserve, I don't see what's wrong
yeah,
with.
I'll make
taking it
that
back.
motion and do that.
Okay,
Okay.
To
so
fix this right.
motion by Scott to move money from the reserve account into the budget for the state IT to pay the bills that were missed. Can I get a second?
I'll second that.
Second by Rod. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Bar none, I'll do roll call. Rod, Scott,
Aye.
Josh,
Aye.
Lauren,
Aye.
Stephanie votes aye, motion carried. Hey, any other discussion of the bills? Anything else? Can I get a motion to approve the bills?
I'll make the motion to approve the bills as presented.
Motion by Rod to approve the bills as presented. Can I get a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Josh. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Barring none, roll call. Rod,
Aye.
Scott,
Aye.
Josh,
Aye.
Lauren,
Aye.
Stephanie votes aye, motion carried. All right, perfect. Let's move on to the sheriff's department. You have anything for us? Any updates for us, Amberly?
The grant is turned in, so we should hear sometime in October.
Get you guys some help. You need it.
And we did add to the budget for 2027 when you worked on it, as if the grant did
Go through.
go through.
Did you said there's a cap on it? I heard.
$125,000 cap.
Why don't you discuss the sheriff's tournament, that was pretty good, you know, Amber.
Yeah, tell us about
Yeah.
the golf tournament.
Update, yeah.
Go on down to the seat. We gotta,
We had 21 teams this year, so that was good. A ton of sponsors. We had over 7,000 in sponsor money.
Wow.
Awesome.
So, and then we did pretty good at the course with our 50-50, our gun drawing, and it was good. Yeah, it was fun.
it was hot.
It was hot, but it went well, so it'll go for our community, kids in our community outreach. So we're happy for that.
14, we were wishing it was 9. We're like, why could this be a 9-hole tournament? We're
I think it was
just
whole 8.
wedding by whole 8.
It was warm.
It was a wonderful day. It was really
so
good,
fun.
well put together. It ran smooth.
Yeah, it did.
It was, everybody loved it. And everyone was on such a
It's
hype
good.
when, yeah, it was a good tournament.
Yeah.
I'm excited for next year's.
Me too. It's fun. Otherwise, I don't really have.
I support you guys. The only reason why I don't do it, because if you've seen me golf, I'll be spending the whole tournament at the first hole. Let me put it down.
That's why you pair yourself with good.
We had a
people.
few of them.
Yeah. Uh-huh, Maddie and Kelly, they got themselves some ringers on their team, so they were mere
We had a
support.
last minute, Brett Selson last minute came on our team and we got first place in our flight, so. Last year, we took home the last place. We got the bag and we got the trophy or the plaque that said last place.
I got a picture of that.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Don't ask how we did.
How did you do?
I don't even know. I don't even know. It was bad. Again, I was like, can this just be a 9-hole tournament?
For real.
But it was great. My game was not on. All right, thanks, Amber. Let's move on to Wayne. Come on down. Oh, I can move my papers out of your way.
Fine. Just give a few updates. The bridge, the Decker Bridge, we'll call it, they have the first pier poured.
Oh.
It's last week and the forms will be coming off like maybe tomorrow or next day.
Oh,
So then they'll start on the next one.
that's you.
Have they done the abutments?
No,
Okay.
they got another pier they're gonna pour, at least one more in the middle, and then the abutments, I believe, the end. So it's going good. They had trouble with first. They didn't have the cribbing put in far enough. It used too short, so they had to use longer ones
Leaked.
to get it. Yeah, kept leaking. There's sand kind of in the bottom, and it kept coming up through, and they couldn't keep the water pumped out of there. So they'll have that figured out for the next one, I guess. So the pipeline, they are boring underneath the Ball Hill Creek
Oh,
now. So bring your hard hat and call Scott. He said he'd bring me in there. But I don't know if I want to go. That's a long ways down.
Put down the moisture control.
Yeah, they have a pump.
That would be nice, cause they're going by a lot.
Okay, yeah, supposedly they're gonna do the whole road, not just by the farms.
August.
But I think it almost needs some moisture in order to bind it together.
I'll get my sprinkler.
See out here with the hole.
Don't they have,
You got Scott's
Okay.
number.
don't they have water trucks?
I'm sure they do.
I have Scott's number.
So. But I haven't been out there for a while. I mean, they've got all the roads gravelled now with that. A 1 inch minus or 3/4 minus.
I do something.
Gonna be a while on that, so.
They've been busy, they've been hauling pipe, and they must have just about the whole mile of pipe for the west side of all the Sutton.
Okay, I seen a couple go this morning. Stein. Brackets. They should be here today, I think, for Hannaford's speed control. Signs. I have one blade operator that's gonna retire on the 1st of November. So we'll have to figure out what we're gonna do there as far as getting somebody trained before it's
Yes,
gone,
yes.
so we'll do that in the future, but I just wanted you to know that's happening, so
Which one's that?
Jeff,
Oh,
Benford's
Yeah.
blade.
he's been pretty good.
Been pretty good. He's got that joystick machine down for good. But he's got trouble with his knee. He's got just one knee. Like.
I'll need to give you an update on those signs and everyone else. Not this last Friday, but the Friday before. I did meet with Otter Tail about
Okay.
pole and over, because we're gonna do just overhead across the road, everything else. So we got it all marked out. He's gonna talk to their office about the pole and everything. But all that takes a little time because instead of 35-foot pole, you need an easy process. So
Yeah, right.
they can do it in a few hours. It's just gonna take a little bit of time to do it.
Paperwork.
Can I advertise for another operator?
I have to, but I don't think we can start right now.
No, I just,
But we will,
bringing it
we'll
up.
have to advertise, so.
Well, you can advertise and have a start date be and pick the date so that you can get an influx of people who are. What, he's leaving in November, but I guess it wouldn't start this early either.
Well, it's
Maybe.
coming quicker than we think.
August, yeah,
Yeah,
September, just to say for the outlook for no, because they should start at least a few weeks beforehand. It's always nice to get a few weeks of training.
Correct.
great.
Speaking of that, Wayne's gonna retire after 49 years. He's finally retiring. I think I suggest that we should start advertising for his replacement now. And I understand we will be over budget, but I think they too, that's 50 years of knowledge
Yeah.
that is leaving, that we need to try to give at least a quarter of it to the next person. I don't
You at
know.
least wanna, after you retire, work part-time now, get somebody trained in.
But, and if we could get somebody hired early to spend a couple of months with Wayne, and even then as we're barely touching it, all that knowledge, but what are you guys' thoughts on start advertising now?
I agree.
I agree as well.
Advertise as a road head supervisor and advertise for a secondary blade operator. How would you classify all that?
Well, of course, they're separate.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. How would you,
I
I mean,
got
each position, that's
So I
what I'm
got a
saying.
question.
Yep.
For Wayne. Would you be up to coming in after the 1st of January, part-time to help somebody rather than hire somebody ahead of time?
That's really hard to train part-time.
If they have questions or whatever, I can certainly help them.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Because there's gonna be stuff that we'll go over that isn't gonna cover everything that comes up during the year.
Right, you have all those seasonal things and
I don't think there's anybody from internal.
Which would be best if somebody internal would step up because they got a little, that knowledge of the county.
Right, then you'd have to
right,
train somebody else, but yeah.
I think we should advertise it and do you guys have an idea of like a start date when they would like them to start? If he's leaving at the end of the year?
I don't know, November 1st for sure.
How early would you like to start? October?
Probably October.
If we could, yeah. Depends if we-
You're talking for advertising?
No, when to start advertising for Wayne's. We'll start now for
Blade.
No, for
Wayne will take care of the blade part.
Yeah.
Wayne will get a hold of Maddie and they'll take care of their own when they want to do those things. I'm talking about Wayne's position.
right, yeah, that we,
Advertise it,
That's-
start
yeah.
advertising now for a start date of,
November 1st, maybe.
you think 1 month's gonna be enough
I
for
would say
training?
October.
Well, that's 2 months, November and December. That it is 2.
Oh, that's 2 months. Okay,
Yes.
November and December.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I don't know why.
yeah, November for, yeah, that'd be
I guess I can't
2
count.
months then.
So far.
Start at
That's 2
49
months.
years old.
Until March, we can officially.
Last time
Yeah.
I counted, you're right. Usually what?
Get a calendar and we could check, I guess.
Unless the overtime is worth a lot more than I could keep on until March 21st, and then I'd have 50 years.
Yep, the official 50
Yeah.
years.
Okay. Anything else, Wayne?
That's it.
Anything else from you guys?
Well, Brian is back.
Oh.
He's still got some MRI to do on his back and stuff. He's back working today. So hopefully it goes good.
Are they hauling gravel today?
We are hauling gravel with one.
I thought I saw the trucks go by. I just,
Are we,
Trying to fix some of them soft spots.
yeah.
And
Wait,
I mean, we put gravel on some, but some semi comes by and it just squirts it back out, so it still isn't healed up underneath.
Yeah,
should dig it out and replace it.
Might have to.
yeah. Couple bad spots down there.
Well, it's about the only way you get the muck out.
I know some years we've dug out and there still was frost down in there, so you hit hard frost and then you couldn't go farther but with our equipment. But with this hot weather, it should cure, I think.
Oh, that's the top layer is definitely drying out pretty bad, so.
Yeah. The trouble is you blade it and work it over and you're kind of sealing it up. It'd be better if you could go in there with a digger and dig,
Let
just
it
so plow and,
get the moisture out.
yeah, air it out, but
Anything else?
that's it.
Okay,
Thank
but
you,
don't go
Lynn.
anywhere because we'll do budget.
Yeah.
They
don't
got
go
lots of
anywhere, it's
questions
right.
for
Yeah,
you.
we got lots on that one. Yeah.
Okay, game of chance. In your little packet, we have an application for a raffle permit. And it's from the Griggs County Historical Society. They would like to have a handmade quilt raffle. Their goal is to sell 200 tickets at $20 a ticket. So I'll need a motion to approve this little raffle.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Rod. Can I get a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Josh. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Bar none. All in favor signify by saying aye.
I,
Opposed, same sign. Okay, so our next item on here is 2027 budget, but I'm going to skip it for now because I know that's gonna take us a long time. I'd like to go, move on to the next things, and then we'll come back to budget and have that be the last item. And then I guess on the next meeting that we have, we'll have that be the last item of the meeting. Okay, so Garrison, we'll go on to the Garrison diversion. Anybody have any updates on that? Okay, moving on to tax director. Come on down, you two. We need a second roller chair.
the price is right,
Sorry, there's a bunch of obstacle course chairs. Okay, we got Linda and Darcy. Fill us in. How are you guys been doing? Training's going pretty well?
Just needing a computer.
You have a computer now though, right?
Well, I do.
The
but
workstation. Yep.
We just need to make sure that it has everything on it that I'm gonna need to do
Okay.
the job. And
She doesn't have any of
Okay.
her. We need to talk to IT. He needs
Okay.
to hook everything up.
Okay. You talk to Travis and he'll be able to put everything on there that you need, or if it's Vanguard stuff or whatever, maybe you might
Yeah.
have to talk to Vanguard to get the downloads or those
You
things
need
are.
CPT, so we'll get that,
Correct.
get that on
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
But the education part of it, she's doing everything right now that is free from the state, like webinars and classes and things like that, that are available free. That's what we're working on.
It's about as clear as mud.
lots of reading, lots
Yeah.
of highlighting.
And then it's just basically the budget change that we're gonna need for this year and for next year, but we can talk about that later or.
The budget for this year, let's talk about that right now, and then we'll do the next year, 2027 budget.
Okay.
I have guesstimate numbers in there, but we can review the numbers that, as a whole then.
Okay.
So right now you're looking at needing how much for for education?
Okay, we need, there's an Agland class that's in November. And it's in Bismarck and it's offered by the state and it's required for one of her certifications. And it's only available from the state in Bismarck. There's no online class, there's nothing, it's very specific.
a 2-day or 3-day thing? 2 days?
It's a week.
What's a week? Okay.
Yeah, so it's, we estimate it at about 1,650, 1,650, and that's with mileage, food, the hotel, everything. And again, that's estimated because they haven't come out with the value of the course as of yet. And then, we're looking at, she wants to, right, you want to take, they're called the 800 series. It's part of her certification that she needs.
Yep.
And they're $125 a piece and they're online, so it's very simple. I mean, it's $125. It was in May. I don't believe they've gone up or anything right now, and then a membership to IAAL.
Okay.
So total about $800 more for those classes plus the membership. And a membership with the state association as well. She'll need that for the ag line class, so.
And I am pre-registered for it. I
We-
did take a test and passed so far.
Yeah.
One of the first tests, so.
Yay. I'm terrible at tests.
So, and we, between the two of us, we don't know exactly how you guys take care of, like, when she goes out to do the assessments, the mileage, if there's a vehicle that's available, or if you pay for gas, or how does that work? And then,
Question.
you know, office supplies, we're gonna need to, we may need that part of it as well, but I think that our budget that we did last year includes quite a bit of the postage and mailing and everything, so we'll have to get that from you to make sure that we're on top of
I'm
that.
looking it up right now. Whoops. I'm trying to find it. What account number is it again? Of course, when I'm trying to find something fast, of course, you never find it. Tax director is. I've gone too far. Because I was just working on their numbers last night, and you guys do have funds in your account still to be able to cover those expenses.
Okay.
And Rod asked before, do we ever have a handy dandy account, a report that shows, you know, where the budget is and where we are expenses and how much we spent year to date? Well, Maddie has a beautiful report that we're working with Linda at this association, and she's like, you want this report? And we're like, sweet.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be great.
It is wonderful. So she will start uploading these reports.
To the departments as well.
To the departments will also have theirs, and because you guys should all see where you guys are standing. Tax
Yes.
director, you currently have,
I haven't submitted my bill.
you have $2,000 budget in the office supplies, and you have spent 0. Yep. And you have dues, you have $50 in dues, and you guys haven't had to pay any dues. And the software expense, we have 10,500. Have we not, did we pay for Vanguard? Must not be coded in there yet or paid for it yet.
We submitted it last week,
Okay,
the bill.
how much was that bill by chance? Do you know?
10,000.
Does it
10,000,
10,500?
I was in we just approved that.
Okay, oh, this right now.
Yes, it's in the bills. We just.
Stephanie, I should
I saw it.
have seen that in there just
10,000
today.
something, yeah.
Okay, so that's you. So right now you have $2,000 in your supplies to be able to use, and we could use that for
The education,
education and whatever and whatnots.
and we had to order some supplies, so another 250 out of there.
Yep,
Well, just
so you
let-
should be good.
Yeah, you should be good. They'll just come talk to us if you need any more and
Yeah.
we'll work with you. So we understand that training's gonna cost a little bit more money and that's our job to figure it out.
Yep.
Just making sure you get the education you need so you can do your job. That's all we care about. So.
Perfect.
Okay.
Anything else?
No.
Oh, you guys keep it up.
Thank
Doing a
you.
great job.
Now we gotta do the 2027 when we're done, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll do that here shortly.
Hey, don't leave.
Okay, so next is employee evaluations. I gave you guys each a packet.
Yep.
When we updated our handbook, we said that we're gonna start doing evaluations, and the commission's gonna do an evaluation on all of the elected officials, just to have it opens up conversation and tell people how amazing they are. I mean, I know Wayne wants one to hear how great he is before he retires, so he can have something in his file saying, see, I told you they like me. Anyway, so on the evaluation, it shows the accomplishments, the highlights, their strengths, areas for growth, and development opportunities. And then underneath, I put core competencies. This is where you get where they are, like communication and teamwork and reliability. And then I'm also asking for their goals. What's the goal for the next year in that department? Is, and not necessarily has to be that, what's that individual person's goal, but more the whole, what's the goal for your department for that next year? What do us commissioners think should be? And then in the employee, there's a spot for the employee has comments, but you guys won't have to worry about that. And then your overall summary as to how, that's where you write down there that we don't want Wayne to retire. He's done such a great job for us. Thanks, Wayne. But,
What-
so fill these out.
When do you want these back?
Yep, and then give them all to me, and then I will type up a sheet with
Okay.
everybody's comments together as one, and then I'll review it with each individual person.
You want like within the next commission meeting? What are you thinking?
Yes, that would be great. I won't be here all next week, so by the next commissioner meeting, if you guys can give them
Yeah.
to me, and then I'll type them up and I'll meet with Wayne and tell him how amazing
Okay.
he is, and if you guys don't know, I always say with this, if you don't know, like, well, I don't work with that person, I don't know anything about that person, we'll talk to that person. We can talk to Maddie, just have conversations. It kind of gives us an incentive to be able to start hanging, get to know the departments and what they do and visit with other people, Okay, that's all I have on that. So I appreciate you guys doing that. And then do we have anything for old courthouse, new courthouse? Great. Let's-
Yeah, just old stuff we've been working on.
Any word,
I haven't heard nothing from Brian on the central air units.
what on the sidewalk grant? Have you heard anything about that or something?
I haven't talked to her, see if they open that back up or when they're gonna open it up again, but I need an estimate on it first, and I've talked to a couple guys and they just haven't got back to me. Rod, I talked to Rod a little bit and he said some guys that were kind of interested and they give us a number too, so.
Yeah, there's some guys from Jamestown that are
If we could get one number anyway, just to know where they stand, then you can can't write the grant, till we know what we're looking
No.
for.
What are you looking for? 3 foot or 5 foot or?
At least 5 foot wide, I would say. I'm pretty sure that's all. I haven't measured it, but I think it is 5 feet already.
Well, is it standard with the rest of it? I mean, or would the one you're looking at be wider than the rest of them in town?
No,
Mhm.
no, I don't think so.
Just the same width?
Yeah, I think it's 5 foot, if I'm not mistaken. I went and cleaned the first 25 feet, 30 feet, but I quit because it almost like it made it worse of a trip hazard. So then I talked to Rod a little bit on it and.
we talked about it and it is dropping it down, but it looks really nice what he's doing, So
I think I'm gonna go ahead and just clean that. I only got 10 more feet and then after that, it's not that bad for tripping. So I'm gonna clean it and. It looks like Rod said, it looks a lot better after we scrape all the grass and that out in the dirt. And
Yeah, it does.
Good. Anything else? Does anybody want to take a quick
Yeah,
2-minute
that'd be a good
break
idea.
before we just sit down for budget? Cause that might take us a while. It won't, I'll talk fast, I promise.
I'll make a motion to adjourn for 2 minutes or whatever.
Motion for a break by
Break.
Scott. Can we get
I'll
a
second that.
second by Rod?
Okay.
We will take a quick break. Make sure everybody washes their hands if they go to the bathroom and we'll be right back. I do have to go.
Yep. Are you waiting? No. You're not waiting. Okay. Oh, I have somewhere. I mean, this
You're
is
not.
those old pictures. She's gonna.
Corn over there, I
Yeah.
went by yesterday. Well, everybody got what when.
yeah, we need some. I would even have you take a hail with rain. Pretty much what it is. It's pretty much rainy rain, right?
Corn shot up, right before July out there. at the-
What's that dude's
I'm
number?
out there at Jeremy's. It shot up and looked so good, and boy, it's
Well, they could have had it that way.
really tasseling his jeans.
Yeah, we should make some more. Yeah, we.
You don't trust yourself.
I've seen it at the camp. Corn tonight, so.
Tonight.
Yeah, that's what I seen this morning from hot.
Okay.
So.
Well, I would.
It's. You, I don't know if that was still, but that was 6:30 this morning. I was watching Hutch Johnson.
Yeah.
Well, tonight or last night? That was the.
I just didn't know if
They were talking over by the farm.
internal I had to do.
It looked like we-
I kind of, I knew it was wrong, but I just didn't know how. you-
Yeah, the one last night, I believe the year, I watched that come, I was leaving the cattle up there last night.
56741.
I was just looking at that over, that's what I was thinking.
You know,
Yeah, it would be nice.
To
half inch to start the ring off.
If you.
I checked them all, they're all draining. I was looking at it.
Oh, my God.
those are going backwards. Well,
Oh,
I
shit.
mean, you don't want to compare grass to something crop, but if you look at the grass, but we even more crops are doing.
Hey Scott, say, do you know, when you're gonna do, treatment on County Road 22? Past the sheriff's place, so.
Yeah.
I'll find out if you're here to take us for it. I know they were gonna put it on the schedule last week, so I'll see if they got it scheduled, but I'll let you know today.
Okay. Dusty, a lot of trucks going by.
Sooner the better, we told them last week, so.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll let you know today.
okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I gave her your number, so gonna get you.
Well,
No, I gave
it's
it to.
almost August.
You know,
I'm starting to really get more activity.
Okay.
myself. You know, somebody like. No, I don't. Self-office. No.
I work good up in this company. If you guys have any questions, call up there.
Like I was telling staff, we're out of the meeting that 2021.
Foster County, there are a couple other here, geez, something else, like, or maybe probably do it, one of the two. After we did it up there, there were a couple of points, all added information to it. It's harder to find.
I'm gonna open the copy of the budget for you, Rod.
Oh, thank you. You know. No, this is, it's the best time to do it.
Oh.
There.
Morning.
Yeah.
Rallying.
Maddie, who's up first? Who's up?
What do you want first?
Do you want to be first?
That would be great.
Yeah, okay.
I can get stuff.
We can do we can have you be first. Wayne's gonna be last just because yours is the most complicated, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, come back.
It should take, hopefully it won't take us too long, but, okay, will you put the budget on the big screen?
Oh, yes.
And then we'll have, granted, everybody has a copy of the budget in, I will call meeting back to order. Everybody has a copy of the budget in the shared file. These one.
You put up in here, right?
Yep, we're also gonna put up on the shared screen. I don't know if it needs to be on the. Perfect.
Okay.
That is beautiful.
Okay.
And let's start with our aid levy compare, just so I can give the lowdown skinny of that. Hey, so Madison and I started working on you can have a seat here. This will be next. Madison and I started working on the budget. And we visited with Linda at the association. That woman is brilliant. She took 2 looks at this budget and said, oh, this is the old spreadsheet that this state had. There is a new updated spreadsheet, but I don't have time to update the spreadsheet, so we'll continue using this one for this year with the thought of updating it to the next one. She said the next one's even more user-friendly. In any event, we plugged in the numbers that we came up with. There's a lot. Her first suggestion was for us to review all of the expenses that were added in and all the revenues to ensure that they were correct. And so that's what we are doing right now. And we put in, everybody's expenses are put in. Yeah, so right now it shows, if you scroll to the very bottom of the page. Okay, so, yeah, right there, the very bottom the numbers underneath in the white, where it says, I gotta stand, because that's how I roll. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Okay. So right here, this 1.726287.
Okay.
That is what our 10%, our 3% cap is. That's what we can spend. And this number is our total minus the water reserve district and the tax and the county tax. So if I take this number and subtract those two, I only have 1.2 million that we budgeted, saying that we have 436,000 still to be able to budget. But don't get excited, because I need to work with, not I, Maddie and I need to work with Wayne, because his budget confused me a bit. I didn't like the revenue that's coming in, revenue's going out, the expenses that come in. I wasn't, projects that we have that we're going to have, like the 300 and 2,000. Anyway, so there's a lot that we have in here to consider in that. So my thought was, we're gonna go through everybody. We're gonna sit with Wayne and all the other department heads, review their budget with them. And then move forward and go from there, see what we need to take off or what we can add on. We've also have a wish list of items that still need to be put in there. There's a couple of questions that Maddie and I have, but we have 30,000 that we want to put in for the vehicle. We have to put away 25,000 for the matching grant for the sheriff. So we need to put that away. And then we also we'd like to put away, was it 15,000 for depreciation of the building? Was that what you're thinking, 10, 15?
Well, last year we did
10.
whatever's left over and we did 30.
30 some thousand.
30,
right?
yeah.
30,000.
So basically I was gonna just say, hey, let's see what everything is. And then at the end, we'll see
Okay.
if we got any left over and go from there.
Okay, perfect. Because I think I put 10,000 or 15,000. I wasn't quite sure, but
If you got a kind of a set number, I'm okay with that too, but we can just kind of see where we're at with the end of the budget and kind of figure from there.
okay, great. And then with everybody's salary, I asked all the departments to give me their salary, what they would like. I said, please do the review. The county gives out a salary survey every year where you can log in and see where you can sort by size of counties, areas, and do a comparison. So I asked every department head to be able to go do that and let me know where they should be sitting. And put that number in there, even if it's astronomically higher than what they're currently making, which a lot of them have been, still put it in there so that we can at least see where we should be. What we're compared to other counties in the area and for the years of service. And all departments gave me their salary surveys, and so
I did not do that.
Oh, but you emailed me your salary survey. You emailed me that big, beautiful spreadsheet with the count when you guys figured out your salaries a while ago, so.
Okay, but yeah, I didn't put it in.
No, I figured that, I figured in there. And then I looked at what we had to work with for raises, and of course I couldn't meet the beautiful numbers that people asked for, which I would have loved to be able to do, but I could not. Oh, where did I put the raises? I'll put it up on my phone. So what I came up with is I put it ended up averaging to be a $2 raise per person on average per department. That's what right through some,
What percentage is that then?
I didn't figure percentage.
Oh, you
I
you just did,
a-
that's what you did,
I
okay.
just did a flat number
Okay.
so that we could, cause we have that matrix skill that I'm working on developing and making
I
it better. And if it's really hard when I have, if we're going by longevity, I don't have enough pay differences between the people for the longevity.
Mhm.
What page is that on?
That is on page 3 of your. Was it page 3 of your spreadsheets? Hey, give me a moment so I can look up the.
Amber, question for you. The Durango, is there any bids in it at all? And
Sam, Maddie?
any bids?
I haven't got anything.
Nothing, huh? Bummer. Okay.
I have to search this here. County.
What happens if we don't get bids, Jamie?
Yeah.
If we don't get that,
Keep advertising.
It's our second time.
Yeah, throw it on consignment sales.
I guess, could you, that's what I'm saying, could you give it up to like somebody that does, that kind of thing?
Throw it on stuff for sale.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Could we talk to the dealership too? Maybe they can kind of sell it for us and they'll charge
Well,
us.
it's gotta still gonna be up for public bid.
No, but that's what I mean, like, or doesn't that work that way?
So it's gotta be up for public bid. So if you take it to a dealership and consign it, you're likely gonna run into trouble because not everybody's had the same opportunity to bid. So say it sells for
Okay.
$500.
Yeah.
And you can have someone come and say, well, I would have bid $500 on it. You didn't put it up for 2 public auctions. So we probably be in trouble for that.
Okay.
Well,
okay, I need to find this stupid race form I made.
When's the bid done?
I had it for
Okay,
4:30, because then the meeting's on the August 10th.
The next.
So it's running in the paper for last week, this week, and then next week.
Oh, found it. Okay, so the raises that I figured with it. Of course, now it's downloading and taking its sweet time. It ends up being almost $4,000 more than what last year's raises we gave
On a total.
on a total.
Yeah.
Yep. So last year, there it's open. Technology is awesome when it's as fast as I want it to be. So last year, we gave 74,091 in raises. And so this year, I figured it was 78,000, which is 4,146.56 more than what we gave last year. Okay, so with that being said, I plugged those numbers in, and of course, they're all working numbers, but I put those numbers into everybody's department. And with that, let's hop onto our spreadsheet with Amberly. Need to find it now.
Oh, so then you redid the sheets. You're so good, Steph.
It's because I love you. Yep. Let me just tell you, we spent hours, 10:22 last night. I finally said I'm all done. And I closed it. But we did learn, Maddie and I did learn that in our handy dandy, we can share the spreadsheet and work on it at the exact same time in Google Sheets. And we can video each other while we're doing it in the Google Sheets, not having to set up an actual. It was pretty, got through it. Okay, so on her budget, is that B19? So if everyone wants to go to B19 on your pages,
What page is that?
that would be page, well, it'd be 19.
19.
Yep. So last year, in 2025, for overtime, 16,779 was put in there. The budget was 12,000. So the thought was to bump it to 15,000. And we can roll with that back and forth. And unfortunately, we noticed in our current GL accounts, it wasn't broke down between the sheriff deputy and the deputy one. It was lumped in as one. All of the people's salaries were lumped in one, And then there was like 14,000 under chief deputy. It was just kind of a mess. Maddie's going to fix that. And so with those, last year's budget, I put under estimated expenditures was last year's budget. And then I just added the $2 and brought it over to this year's budget. If you notice on deputy 2, that is the additional deputy that we added for the grant. And that was the guesstimate start. And then since she doesn't use the office staff, last year she had a budget of $2,400 in the office staff. We decided not, or not we, but Amberly decided that was not necessary. Okay. Scrolling down to everything else, she pretty much has everything exactly the same as the year before. And the very first row shows exactly what the budget was, or what was spent through the year, through 2025. I even put the GL counts on the side.
I did that. I put like a miscellaneous.
Okay, so what would you like miscellaneous expense for?
Like the one that this year we had to use something else for was court transcripts. Like we have to pay the court to get transcripts to investigate a case.
Okay.
And I don't know where that would fit anywhere in there. You know what I mean?
Right.
So there's like just weird stuff sometimes that I have to put into something that I don't feel comfortable because it's not a radio.
How about those background checks too? That we're paying for? Would that be something on?
I didn't pay for them.
Oh, I thought we did.
So if you scroll down a little bit more, you see the miscellaneous for $1,000.
Yeah.
I don't. Am I
Scroll just a
blind?
little bit underneath the last yellow
Oh,
is miscellaneous, and then radars, $4,000.
I would like to start putting money in for radars because ours are so bad.
So you want to start, do you want to start putting into like
Like a savings.
okay,
So in a
How
couple
much your
years,
rate, how much your radars upgrade
like
roughly
probably 5,000.
a piece?
did we just get a grant for that recently? I don't remember. Didn't we get a grant for radars before?
Probably, and I'll look for grants.
I haven't heard.
There's always technology update grants. for
Yeah.
that. I think that
But in the event it's a match or something, then we could have
Yep.
something. All of ours are antique. They're working. That's why I'm not going crazy with it. Couple grand.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
4 grand.
Okay.
If we could just start
Sure.
and then I could work on a grant, and if we needed match money, maybe
Okay.
some could be in that.
So instead of having this miscellaneous underneath the capital outlay, can we move that underneath the training? So we'll move it underneath there. Either you can move it or I can put it either way. Job. Oh, I guess I could probably type numbers and you guys would all see it too, because
Yeah,
we're
we can
open
see
it. Oh, yeah, you could. Hey, so I'll leave the radars in there, see how we can fit that in.
Okay.
Into
Fine.
it. Okay, any questions on that? How does your budget look? Do you feel comfortable with that?
I think mine was pretty, we didn't add much, so we're pretty good.
You got that additional, what'd you say, 25 on there for the new?
That's on a different page, but yes.
page.
Okay.
That's a separate account. remember?
Oh,
Yep.
okay, that is.
Yeah.
I just
we're
wanted to
coming-
make
we're
sure.
Coming to that.
I wanted to make sure if that was part of this or.
No.
Yep, it's part of it, but just not on this page.
And-
We have to put it into, kind of like an account like for the savings or the,
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Can we
Yep.
go back to the salaries?
yes,
Say what they were last year?
yes.
Looks perfect.
You want me to, I can send you the detail of that for the individuals if you would like.
No,
Okay.
good, yeah. I'm good.
Okay. Woo. That was easy. All right.
Yeah, I didn't need to change much, so.
Okay,
Okay,
perfect.
thank
Thank
you.
Thank you. tax, do you want to come back next, the little tax directors?
Right.
I wonder why mine didn't switch to tax director automatically, like yours. 'Cause you're-
I don't think it does. That's one
Oh.
thing I'm just like, when you were moving through, I would have to ask you which one you were on.
Oh,
It doesn't
'cause
bring
we
me
weren't-
there. Yeah, it doesn't bring me there, but
Oh,
it, if you click in it, I can see where you're clicking, but it doesn't
because
change
I'm the
mine.
blue right there
Okay.
and you're red. Okay, tax director.
I'm blue. This is you, see? Stephanie Edward.
Oh, I'm blue on mine.
Oh.
Okay, so the tax director, the budget was, the actual expenditures on our tax director is 60,000, and that from last year, that's the contract. That included all the benefits, that included all the salary, the everything.
Yep.
And then, if you go into the 2026 line where it says 60,000 minus the 21,000, and then it went to 39,000, because that was the actual salary portion of it. It was, how it shows up in the expense report showing there. And for the proposed budget, I left it at 45,000 for 2027. That's currently what Darcy's making right now. That will give her through the whole entire next year. For that. And then the tax deputy contract, it's kind of what I called it. What contract? Linda's contract is done in September 30th.
October 31st, I just checked.
Okay,
So-
October 31st, her contract is done, so she is willing, I visited with her, she's willing to present a new contract to assist us for the next months, because Darcy's gonna need it, because especially during the salary survey and that year-end salary survey, that you cannot go alone. Nope, I tried, I think I even called Linda back in the day, she helped me do it. So that was $7,000 for the 7 months. Or would that be 6 months now? So it'd be November, oh, it was 7 months. We thought it would be
Yeah.
7 months through July of 2027.
Yeah.
So basically this time next year.
And do you want to, Linda stated that if it doesn't need to stay the whole time, she'll stop early. If it needs to go longer, we'll discuss it. You know, kind of play it by ear thing.
And the reason I did it to the end of October is because that's the end of that's the state board of equalization. That's when the county gets the numbers from the state. They're
Yep.
good, we're good to go. And we
Okay.
start all over again.
No.
And July, we figured about July because everything would be to the state, all the reports, everything. And then if there's appeals or we have to deal with the state and things like that, I'll come back and talk to you guys about it, but hopefully it'll,
Well, the last few years with you making all adjustments, it sounds like everything's gone
Yeah,
pretty smooth,
yeah.
so.
and we'll make the adjustment and the state again, the last year, they kind of went away from that reassessment of the whole county, so we should be good.
Okay. And then on the bottom of it, the traveling. Oh, last year we had or this current fiscal year, we have an assessment of $800 for the expense. Do we need that in there for 2027?
What is,
The budget says $800 for assessor and assessment. Or was that the year before? Maybe I'm lying to you. Maybe I looked at the wrong sheet for budget. Oh, I had to look at that one on my phone. Is that a normal? I don't think we even had anything coded to that. Okay, so so leave that blank at 0.
Yeah.
And then traveling, you guys would like, oops, I didn't type very well. The request was 2,500 for traveling. I actually put 2,000 by typo, so will you fix that, Maddie, to
Oh,
2,500?
This one?
Yep. There, sorry, didn't want to short you $500.
that's education, correct?
That is training and traveling, yep.
Oh, okay,
But
yeah. that-
that wouldn't include any mileage in if you, would it?
Yeah, when we budgeted for, that amount, but that was for,
Training?
that's for, going to Bismarck, all the training, everything like that.
Okay,
But you haven't included if you need to drive around and talk to people.
Correct, correct.
You haven't put that in there yet.
You know, but I think we could, I think we would be okay if we went with the 2,500 with the mileage around town. I think we'd be okay.
For
'Cause
the
I don't-
year, yeah,
Yeah,
for this year. Or
For
for
next
next,
Twenty
for
twenty-seven.
next
Yeah.
year.
yeah.
Okay.
Well,
It
I
would
mean,
be
we can
okay.
see how the year goes and if you need more or, work on it for your following.
Yeah,
year.
because with when you were doing it, all of these things you said were, a lot of things were covered under your contract. Like some of the expenses.
I
thought.
had
So
none
now-
of these.
Right,
Yeah,
so now
I
it's
had
it's
none of,
different now because I'm not doing this under a contract. I have
Yep.
to get the funds
Mhm.
differently. I mean,
Yeah.
it's so all these things are gonna come out of a different.
Well, I think if, maybe you ought to put your mileage difference from your training as a different line item.
It's coded as one, it's coded on the same line item.
You mean mileage going out and doing things in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
community versus going to get training?
I-
Do whatever you
Different.
like.
It's in the GL, it's lumped as one.
Yeah.
Training and mileage as one item.
Just keep track of it. as-
Yeah.
You'd be,
'Cause
on your
this
voucher,
is
you
what
would
we
put
need for those
travel
two,
to Bismarck for
Leos.
this,
Right.
or traveling around town
And so at
for-
2,500,
Right.
that would be enough for
You'd be able
the
to
gas
decipher it
and
on your
mileage
voucher.
and things for
Yeah.
you to drive around town.
Yeah.
And
But
go
all
to-
but all the other times I would be driving, like separate from that, if we went and did assessing or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
That's, anyway.
You can always, this isn't cut in sandstone, this is the first time, so if you guys come back later and be like, hey, you know what, we overthunk it.
Yeah.
We
And I don't
overthunk
know if
it.
we want to say anything.
We were thinking about it, we were
Yeah.
thinking about this, so we were wondering if we should probably up it. We're not, this is not the cut and the last time we're gonna
Yeah.
discuss this. We'll discuss it one more time.
Okay.
So in the meantime, if you guys have some ideas that you would like to change,
Sure.
let us know.
Sure, and as things kind of go and I keep track of how much is,
Mhm.
needed.
Well, if you
We'll have a
figured out,
better
if you
idea.
figured out how much you would need for Bismarck, for your training,
Yep. We have to
and
think,
then estimate something else for your other mileage.
Right.
so we have to have this finalized or the preliminary finalized by
August 10th.
August 10th.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then we can't go any higher after that, but we can go lower.
Yep.
So we can figure the preliminary by August 10th.
Okay, and then we just have discussed a laptop, because she's using the main laptop computer that she's been using with all the programs and everything she needs. And I actually have, this computer here. So what we're, discussing the need of another laptop computer for all of the things that I'm gonna need to do. And I understand that's another,
That's another $1,800.
right?
That,
Isn't that in?
we put a computer in your office now, so now you have a computer, we'll get that rolling,
Oh,
so you can use
stuff
that.
like that. Well,
So I don't know if you actually need another laptop. If you have a computer
What?
accessible to you,
Oh,
gets it set up.
Well, yeah,
Okay,
I just think that she needs it, and if you're waiting for mine, that'll be in July, and mine would be probably 3 years old.
so so explain why she should have a laptop versus the desktop.
Well, a desktop or a laptop is much easier to work with when she's going out in the field. Or if, when she goes to Bismarck for training, or when she goes to training anywhere, she can take it with her. Especially with Vanguard,
Okay,
they have user group meetings and you take it with and
Yeah.
they train with it.
Okay.
It's easier for her and I. She can move her laptop around and we can talk over and use it even when she's at home, I can call her and she can have it at home with her.
okay,
We were just thinking of the mobility purpose
Yeah.
of a
Okay.
laptop computer versus a desktop. And just the advantages that it would be to have it and take it places. And I understand it's not an expense, but I think it would be used.
did you
a lot.
want that expense in 2026? Or do you want to wait till January 2027?
I think she should have it now.
In 2026?
Mhm.
Well, I just think I could train more with it.
That's what
get
I'm
used to
talking
it and-
about. You get used to
And
it.
then take it to all of, if I'm taking it to different places.
You take it to Bismarck with you.
Okay, I do know we have a quote from Travis for laptop for $1,800.
That's set up everything.
Yep.
Okay.
18, what's the exact, 18 something.
I,
1841.69.
on our behalf, we thought he was going to be here to present that to you guys.
No,
That's why we didn't.
Right.
Right,
Wait,
I
I'm
told him there was
sorry.
no need to present it because we found you a computer.
Okay, okay.
We're like, well, you guys have a computer. Like, we discussed that when I talked to you the
Yeah.
other day. I was like, well, we found you a computer. We have a computer and you have a computer in your office. Didn't think there was any more need because she had none
Yeah.
at first. We thought, oh, we didn't need a laptop because she's got a computer. But if you're thinking that you don't want a computer, you want a laptop instead, that's a different conversation. So now that you,
Well, we've just been talking about it a
Yeah.
lot.
Right.
And as we've like discussed, because we've discussed the desktop, as an option, but it just seems like it would be.
right.
As
'cause
far as
you're-
one time I might be out doing things.
Yep.
It might be easier to get the job done.
Right, your position's more mobile than
Yeah,
a
absolutely.
desktop computer. Yep. If you guys would like to do that, I can,
And
will you?
if we were to get her now, where we have funds available.
Very good question.
We do and we don't.
We do. Here's where we have extra funds and from different accounts. I figured out we have $7,000 that's left over when we merge the the emergency manager, the 911 and the state's attorney position. When we merge those three positions over, we saved 7,000 for the year. And so we do have those extra funds that we can reallocate somewhere else. We just haven't. You just left them where they are. If you want to take it out of those funds, we can sure reallocate it to the tax director department it was 18, can you pull up that invoice again? You have it.
1841.69.
1841.69 if you want to pass the invoice around. I know we already discussed our AP today but we can
Yeah,
discuss this.
why don't they take that, computer she's got, put it in my office? Alls I do is punch in on it. And I got a brand new laptop that you just put in there. I'll never, well, how am I gonna use it, take it home? What am I gonna do from home?
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
You are the
I mean, if
county.
it
There
would
we
work,
go.
I mean, it's just for a time clock for me.
Yep.
If I order anything, I call them with my phone and order anything. Or
Oh,
I'll
thank
talk to
you.
Maddie or Bryce and see if they're putting an order in and get stuff on that way.
Well, there we go.
Well,
I
look
mean,
at
if-
you
if
saving.
it'll
the
work, I don't know.
Absolutely, it will work. Well, if you guys want to let Travis know, do this. Visit with Travis and see if it will work. Just to swap it out and move them. And then go that route.
Save a few $1,000s. I mean, we got
There
their
we go.
computer.
Yep, yep.
So we're talking 2 laptops, is that correct?
Nope.
No.
Just one.
Just
Zero.
What do you want me to do?
Oh, yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
just
I mean,
one.
totally.
Well,
You still got one.
She
for
has
us.
one and then I would have one. So
Correct.
then that's
There's
two
two total.
laptops in the
Total.
tax director.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
And then we'll take that workstation out and give that to Chad.
that would be great.
Okay, got it.
Oh, look at that. This is back to you, friends.
And then
Wow.
once I've completed it and once I'm
Get that
done,
one too.
he can clean it and it'll be available. It'll be older, but
Okay.
Right,
in a pinch, if he needed it or somebody else needed it,
yes.
because they only last,
Yeah, 3-4 years.
yeah.
So is our assessment software gonna go up $2,000 next year?
I don't believe so. I believe it was for a 5-year contract.
Okay, so Maddie, will you change that? Will you change that to,
Steph, why is that one under their budget and not the software?
because they wanted to see that exactly what is going into the tax director. Right,
Yeah, because normally all of our software is
under the software.
And it doesn't,
I think it was because we brought that one in last and we wanted to know exactly what was the expense for tax director.
Yeah, I think you're right, yeah.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna, if you don't mind, we're gonna discuss that, the
Travel and training.
travel and training and make sure
Yep.
that we have everything in there.
Just let Maddie know what you,
And the dues should be at, I believe at little over 300, but that's fine. 300 is fine. I think it's 250 and 50, so
is
255.
so 305.
Yeah.
Look at me typing. So I like to drive.
And then office supplies, that would include postage, correct?
Yeah.
Because we always have to send out, so, I mean, it was, and again, I covered the postage this year.
Is
for
postage under the general expense?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll include that in our budget.
Correct.
So you would fall under the general postage.
Yep,
Okay.
there is a general postage and that is the next.
Okay, so then we can
BPA.
definitely look at that. Maybe we can reduce that.
So scroll that down there and
Postage is at 10,000.
Linda, did you say you covered the postage yourself?
Yeah, I just had it at home. I have the receipt, but,
oh, we'll reimburse you.
okay.
Absolutely. Please bring it in and we'll
Yeah, I
reimburse you
don't
for the
think that's-
postage.
Well, I was
Yeah.
told it come out of my budget and I didn't have a postage in my budget, so.
Did,
Yeah, no, just bring that in,
yeah,
yeah.
bring that in, we'll reimburse you. I don't think we included but postage in your contract saying that you had to pay for postage. So.
I misunderstood,
Nope, you will get that covered. Yeah, that gets be kind of spendy.
because it was crazy what the budget or what the postage is now,
Mm-hmm.
but. And then I think the office supplies can be dropped down to at least 1,500, if not more, but we'll check, we'll check.
Okay, so you get back to us on those two items. I'll highlight the tax director like laptop. Okay, we'll take the laptop off. We'll work with Travis and see about that. And then if you guys do need it, bring it to the next meeting and then we'll roll it to the next meeting, not necessarily have to be in the budget. We'll, because we have 2026.
Okay.
And then, yeah, thank you. That's all I have.
You should add the postage from the tax director to the other line.
Yep, we'll look at that when we get to that page.
Yep.
Yes. And office supplies. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, because we're looking at. It's a lot. I mean, it's probably an additional at least $750 to $1,000 for postage
Oh, yeah. Okay,
just for the tax director.
we need to streamline that and become 2026 and make everything electronic. There's a lot of things, like that one year we cited with the homestead, instead of mailing all the homestead stuff, instead of mailing out to everybody, all those other things. Make it available online and notify them that they can go online to pull the reports that they need to get.
Not everybody,
but-
People come up and grab them from.
Or people can come up and grab them from you if you're not, rather than mailing it to them.
not everybody older.
Be sent by mail.
Yeah, I think the one is not, I think we read through some of them and some was not. I can't
We
remember.
struggle, I
But-
looked through Century Code to find the homestead vet and the farm residents and all of them. And we've talked at, under treasure that I'm pretty sure it's, what's the word?
Is it still mailed? Or
Like a courtesy, it's a courtesy mailing.
Correct. that's
Courtesy.
It's
correct.
not a,
It's not.
Not
in Century
mandated.
Code,
It's not
it's a
mandatory, but we
courtesy
got
mailing.
the-
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
We won't go back in time on that one. We'll leave that one alone.
Well, the downfall is there are some people now, I mean, it is getting to be more electronic and a lot of people, I mean, if my dad was 81 years old, could
Correct.
pull forms off on a computer, I mean, it's getting to be more usage,
mhm.
but we can change that to be, if they would contact us, if they need us to mail it to them, they can call us for it, or they can come in and get it, or they can pull it online. However, we just don't want, with the tax director though, you kind of know who already had it last year, so you can maybe contact them, or I don't know. That's your guys' jam, but if that can save postage, that would be fantastic.
The postage that I'm referring to was for the primary residence credit needs to be notified.
Oh,
There was 5,000 people in the county were supposed to be notified of their valuation. So there's a lot of things that are mandated by the state just recently in the last couple of years,
Yep,
but
so we need to up postage probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
that's what I'm referring to on the 750 and
Yeah.
Oh,
what I sent out.
ish. Perfect. Well, thank you, Goo. Okay. Who wants to be quick next?
I'm here anyway, so go ahead.
He's here for the duration. Thanks, Jamie, for that. Okay, so what sheet do you want to start with? 'Cause you have two.
I have the courtroom grant up. Chad's gone, but I've got the courtroom grant up first.
What page is that?
Says Schedule B, page 23.
B23. Mm-hmm, B23.
So I was talking with Chad. The courtroom needs to be repainted. It was never initially finished. You can go in there and you can still see the streaks, and there's some sheetrock patchwork that it was never painted, so it's white by the jury box. And it's been however many years it's been, 13 years, I think. So it's high time to have that courtroom painted. So Chad and I discussed, it's something that he would be willing to do. I don't know if during the weekday or adjust his hours and do on the weekend, whatever works for him. So we kind of just included that within his hours and guesstimated for paint, for the paint supplies, how many gallons of paint. I have no idea. I know you can do some square footage. I worked with him on that. And so we kind of guesstimated around the 4,000. It's a 25% match. So the county would have to pay 25% of that, 4,000.
Okay.
If any of you have any ideas of how to estimate that, the labor was something that we wouldn't need to include because he said it was something that he could do during his work hours. So that's a large chunk that would come out. So, we kind of looked at the cost of paint, and so I don't know. Could probably go online and try to get a better, square footage estimate of what it would be, but I can't remember if he did that or,
So I believe.
but we kind of
one
landed there.
One of the sheets in the beginning, Maddie and I were working on, shows the revenues that we do receive. And that would be, miscellaneous. There was a courtroom grant.
And this is,
Either B2 or B3, I think. we
yeah,
have it
I
on
would
there.
apply for this in December of this year. And if we're awarded, then it would be something we do in 27. If I'm not approved for the grant, then this is money we obviously wouldn't spend. Eventually, the courtroom does need to be painted. I mean, I would prefer, we have citizens that come in and this is their building and it doesn't look good in there. So.
I can't find the grant. But I do know there is a grant line that we do add in if she does receive it, the 75% that we would be receiving. I'm on B3, but I can't find it. But anyways. But sometimes we can add it. We'll talk to Linda on that too, because maybe we could add it to the revenue side of the courtroom grant. 75% so that it'll wash most of it. Okay, sorry, we're just kind of talking ourselves. We're gonna have to buy Linda something because boy, I tell you, she's been a godsend. So once we get her first initial draft, we sat with her, we reviewed it with her, and then she gave us our assignments. Here's your homework to do. So we're doing the homework. We're gonna review it and then we're gonna review it with her again to ensure that we are plugging numbers in the right places and including everything that needs to be included. So Yes.
Yeah, she's awesome. I think she was an auditor prior, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's awesome.
What was?
So my next one I have is County Victim Advocate, Schedule C, page 23. This fund is generated by a fee that is assessed in court. And that's how this revenue builds. And it is to go to an outreach center in your area. And we have donated to the Abuse Persons Outreach Center in Valley City. They've been really great. That's who we refer a lot of our domestic violence individuals to. And they work with them. They do a lot of great outreach programs.
Did we send
So-
them? So like last year, 2025, we had 9,646 in that account, and then we sent out 8,420 out to the Valley City.
I believe that's what happened because
Okay.
this is supposed to be an in and out account. And for a lot of years, it was just building. So we took a look at it and thought, we need to get this out there. It's not a,
So if you scroll down to the bottom
savings
line
account.
down here, if you scroll down the bottom, so you guys know how to read the spreadsheet, I don't know. So this is the balance of January 1 of 6,000. That one there. The 9646, that's where we started in 2025.
Yeah.
And then here's where we sent out that money, because I do remember when Kelly came in and was like, hey, this needs to go, we can't hold on to it. So we sent that 8,420. So then we end up the year at 1,200, and then they just rolled that up to right here is what our balance will be. And then here's the expected spend expenses, but we're gonna get 580, so then that's it's. Then this rolls over to, here, 500, because we received 580 there.
Yeah, it's kind of just an estimate of what the revenue would be. It's like I said, it's based on our criminal cases where that fee is assessed. So it's a moving number each year.
So that'll be $826 balance left over after 27, after we send out, the
Yeah.
thought is to send 1,500.
It's really an in and out
Yep.
account. It's not something that we per se have to budget
Right.
for. The citizens are not paying anything for this.
You just have to put it as a
It's
So if
line.
we had an
item.
advocate, we could use it to pay for an advocate, but we don't have an
Right.
advocate. I mean, we do, I guess we work on it ourselves between Mackenzie and I, we send our letters out, but statutorily it's $25 fee on every case. Statutorily, that's supposed to be paid to either an advocate or an advocate group or someone that can be
Yep.
domestic violence training, a shelter. So we do use the Abuse Persons Outreach Center quite often in Griggs County. They have a shelter that people can go to. They have advocates. Sometimes people don't like speak to a big burly bearded guy when they have problems. I mean, and I can laugh about it kind of, but it's serious. I mean, I'm not someone that I don't look like someone that probably that every person that's been in a bad relationship can approach because I'm a big burly dude. So, if they're individuals who are trained to respond and to work with people. They have someone that's on call all the time. If there's a middle of the night situation, they have an emergency number that they can call. So it's a good service to the county. It probably is underutilized by people. We send people there all the time, but it is probably underutilized by people, but it's there and it's something that they provide a service to Griggs County for people who are in need. So I think it's I think it's important that we continue
This one
to keep
is
sending that
$25
$25 to those that group.
They also help individuals fill out domestic violence protection orders.
Yeah.
They'll assist them in doing that and filing them with the court for them. So it's a really great program and I'm glad that we support them and they're fairly close, closest one to us. So, so like I said, that one's just kind of same thing with the grant. I mean, we do have to budget for the 25%, but it's not spent, but this one is in and out.
Okay.
So the next one we can do, here's my recorder revenue. We can do document preservation.
Oh, yeah.
What page?
That one is Schedule C, page 21.
Okay, if you guys want to go to Schedule C, page 21, document preservation,
Is there a thing on the top where you can search for the page too?
not
Not
on
on
theirs,
those?
they have to go.
Bummer.
What did
The
we
ones
say?
that the association have that. It's really nice. Schedule C, page 21.
Actually, I wonder if they can change the view to show,
And then you can do like I know the ones association, we can enter the page that we're on, or it says like go to and.
Is this the one?
right here.
You hire somebody to help you, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes I have done that.
Yeah.
So the document preservation, this fund builds every document that's recorded, $3 from that fee goes into the document preservation fund. Those document preservation funds can only be used for anything that's related to document preservation. We can't pay for an employee's salary that way, but we can hire a contractor. So I've had individuals after school or during the school to work come and do data entry for the digitizing. We can use it for that, but it can't be, long-term salaries. So that is how that fund grows. It also grows because every document that is recorded, we also push out to, it's called NDRIN, North Dakota Recorders Information Network. And abstractors, attorneys, they subscribe to NDRIN and they can purchase our documents on there. So a couple times a year, we get a significant size check from NDRIN, and that also goes into our document preservation fund. It helps pay for, I bought a $3,000 plat scanner one year. The thing that's nice about this is I can put this money, it's not, this fund is billed by those that use the services. If you record a document, that's how this is built. So it's nice that I don't have to technically budget from the citizens for some of these things that we can purchase. They're taken out of this fund. I've paid for computers out of this fund before, scanners, printers, things of that nature. So I kind of keep it the same every year. I'm around that 5,000. If a computer or a scanner were to go out, if I don't use it, it just stays in there. I just guesstimate what I think potentially. I could also take, so I can take my travel out of here for training for the yearly recorders convention. I've done that in the past. So I've just kept kind of everything the same. Travel, I kept at 900. The software digitizing, that sort of thing, 4,000, and then office expense 300. Like I said, I always try to keep it at that.
Kelly,
I wasn't mathing though. Yeah, that's more than
so
5,000.
how far are you along catching up? What's the latest on that?
We are, I believe, to 1972, I think. Yeah, so it's something that we try to work on. I don't get to it as often as Christy's working on it all the time. I think if we both worked on it every day, all day, we may be done in 20 years. I mean, it's maybe 10, but it's a massive project. And so all of the images are in our program, but what we're doing is we're going in data entry, the grantor, the grantee, the consideration, the legal description. So the farther back that we go, the more data that's available online. So these individuals that are subscribing to it, they can purchase that. We also, every month, anything that we have done, I sell to the abstractor.
Okay.
So it's 50 cents a document and 10 cents a page, an image, which is a page. So that goes on. You can see that on my monthly revenue voucher. It's on the top line item, miscellaneous. So we do get income from that. And like I said, the more we get out there, the more, it's great for genealogy. People love it for genealogy. So we have, little less than 100 years left to go, but we work on it as often as we can. It's a very, very daunting task. So, and the next, if we want to do recorder's budget, that's Schedule B, page 12. I guess for the salary, I worked on the salary survey. For longevity in the state of North Dakota, I'm number 36. After this year, I'll be, I think, around number 41 for the longest, for longevity. When I also did it by pay, I'm number 14 in the state. So I'm the 14th lowest in the state. So I worked, it's the salary survey is nice. You can do so many different things. You can do it by population. You can do it by, like, I'm a dual office. There's a lot of clerk of courts and there's a lot of recorders. And then there's those of us that are a dual office. So I looked at that and tried to stay within those, tried to eliminate the western states because based on what they have going out there with the oil, that's not something that the eastern side of North Dakota can compete with. So I removed those from the salary survey and just looked at the longevity and we're at 2,400, I think, for population. So I did the 2,000 to 3,000 range. I think I was number 4 on that for pay. So I chose that number where kind of by longevity and then even went down a little bit because it gave me, pause. But like I said, for longevity, I'm number 36 in the state. So everything else, Christy has been here for 15 years. She's the longest deputy with the county. So I put her, I based it kind of off of same concept as that with the longevity. Dues, I kept the same. Our dues for the recorders, 500. Office supplies, around 300. Our biggest expense, I guess it's nothing that we've ever discussed and brought up in budget season is postage. We're just under the general postage. We spend a massive amount of money every year on postage. 96%, 97% of all of the work that we get is mailed to us from law firms. We have been doing e-recording for mortgages for 8 years, and I get calls all the time. So I finally told the auditor's office, I said, we have to do it. You have to get on board. We get calls all the time for these law firms that want to do e-recording so they can send it electronically to us. It would be a savings for us as far as postage goes. We spend labels are very expensive. That's probably one of our other really big expenses in the recorder's office is the amount of money we spend on their massive labels. And we go through roughly 2 a year. But everything, so like I said, everything else stays the same as far as that goes. The recorder's office is a revenue. Oh, sorry.
If you guys look at the expense on this expense side, scroll up a little bit. That's 62,000. That's underneath the actual expenditures. I apologize. It got coded in the GL account as one. Of course, it didn't break it down between the recorder and the deputy. So recorded as one lump sum in there. And Maddie's going to work on that and split them out. So they will be split out. So I apologize for that not being, like a comparison, but the budget is in there for 26 to see where their budget is.
Right.
But sorry, I just had to put.
Oh,
that out
no,
because
that's
there's no
okay.
numbers in that spot.
This isn't on a page, but every year I do a estimated revenue because the recorder's office is a revenue. It does increase revenue or we have revenue that comes in for the services for recording. So my estimated would be 26,300. The recorders,
I have 21,300 is your revenue for recorder.
so that would be for, okay, so maybe you put the 5,000 in document preservation. So 21,300 would go to the general and 5,000 of that would go to document preservation. And so this is based on a 2-year average of the revenue for the recorder's office. So I just, like I said, do an average on that.
I write a note for that one. So document preservation is 5,000.
Yep. And general is 21,300.
Because when you went to document preservation tab, that didn't have 5,000 in there for revenue, did it?
So I think was that the
What number is document preservation again?
oh, yes, yeah, I have that. I have that on mine, I guess.
Is the 5,000 in there for the?
I have it,
Okay.
but I don't know if it's on yours.
Yep, it is.
Schedule C, page 21.
Sorry, guys. Thank you for working. Yes, we did.
Okay,
Okay, perfect.
yeah. Okay.
Cool.
And then the next one I have is, and my last one is Schedule B, page 8, District Court. So this one, so looking at the materials and supplies, I don't have travel, that's covered by the state. The dues, we do have $100, that's our clerk association due. In office supplies, I have it 300. The one thing that is nice is the recorder and the clerk of court's office. I have two line items for office supplies. I think the total is $600. We send a significant amount of money every year on envelopes, mailing out, returning documents, jury summoning for jurors, for jury trials. We spend a lot of money on envelopes and postage for that. So, but
What GL?
otherwise,
The clerk of court. Oops, that's Kathy seats. I don't know if I found the GL code for that.
I feel like district or clerk of court is a 8,000.
8,000.
I think it used to be that,
Maybe
and it got
yeah,
switched back.
I think it
It was
is
always in the
8,000.
general, and then it got switched out to its own special 8,000, then it's been back in for a couple years.
Yeah, but I don't know if.
I think it's called district court or,
I don't know if the.
Because there's no expenses tapped in for that GL account. For the year. District court, huh? I'll have to find it. I was wondering why I would have skipped it. Oh, I have district court is GL 4123. There's nothing there, no expenses there, so that must be coded, the budget must be coded somewhere else. I will find it.
so the other thing for district court is the revenue. The hard number for the revenue is the 25,320. I don't know where you have the revenue for district court. But that 25,320 is the contract that we sign with the state. So for next year, January through July, we get a payment of 1845 for 7 months. And starting in August, that 1845 goes up to 2481, so an increase of 636 a month. That's due to the fact that our FTEs increase is based on the number of cases we have. So since we've had a higher volume of cases, which means more work, that's increased significantly. So
So the number is 30,577 or is it 34,000?
for,
The revenue for the.
it looks
clerk of
like my
court.
mathing isn't mathing here. So the hard number for the contract is the 25,320. That's those two numbers. That's the contract January through July. It's that 12,915, and then August through December. So it should be that 25. And then
Oh,
we.
it should be only 25, 30, 20.
25,320. But we also have miscellaneous revenue that comes in for the county. And I did an estimate of that.
Can you break that out into two different lines? Or is that? Okay. So if I added the 25. I just wasn't sure where these numbers all came from. I'm sorry. 25,
Nope,
320.
that's okay. I handed this sheet in with my budget. Maybe you didn't get it.
It plus the 24.
So,
9.
so this was our revenue, miscellaneous revenue for 2025. And this is the estimated revenue. And there's an increase there because the state increased their fees. They doubled for certified copies. It was $10, it's now 20. But I just added an estimate I added this onto that to get this 27.
Well, she has 30,534.77 in there, so I think I must change
She
that.
may have just rounded. This is for sure the hard number, but this is a pretty accurate, even if you put it at 2,100, that's a very accurate number because this is 25 and this is based on 26 so far, an estimate. So,
Okay,
I see it was in the back.
okay.
I would say for sure 26.5 would be a very hard number. I think it will be more than that, but I think
Well, we've
that's a
got
very
30,534 is what I have in there right now.
And we may get that. This is just an estimate. Like I said, the fees just increased in twenty
So
twenty-six.
just leave, leave
So
the
it's,
revenue at
it's up to you.
30,000?
It's always been an estimate. Every year we do the
Right.
budget. It's always been
Okay.
entered in. Like I said, the only for sure hard one is that 25,320. But I know this miscellaneous revenue will be around 2 to 3,000. So. And I think that's it. Unless
right.
anybody has any questions for me. Sorry, that was a lot.
You guys.
That's a lot. It's a lot.
Josh.
It's fine.
Do you have any
Sorry,
questions?
No, it's okay. It's not a problem.
Okay. I think we've covered, got a lot of,
You guys are doing the actual tedious task of ironing out every single dollar. I'm just here. Okay, nope, sounds good.
Yeah, I know. And it's,
But yeah, no, it needs to be done. So
it's the hard part of putting it all together to work. And I think, and the biggest obstacle we have, I mean, when we worked through this and put everything in, we're like, okay, because we had to review everything and it's the road department that is a hard one for me because I don't quite understand the ins and outs of it and the expenses and
right.
And that's the largest department.
right.
Yeah.
So
That's a biggie.
or where some of these numbers
So-
came from because there's a number just written in there and then nothing next to it. So it's like, well, where did this number come from? We're both looking at this because we're like, where did this number come from? But we do know there is some GL accounts that do need to be cleaned up. We need to clean the COVID account because it doesn't reconcile. We need to clean the ARPA account because that doesn't reconcile. And I think it's just the sake of wrong codings, and then there is an account that has a negative $76,000 balance, which I think we just need to, I think it's something that was coded to that account by accident.
Okay.
Because transitioning over to the CPT from the old software, there's going to be glitches and I just don't think they weren't caught until just now. And then Harold is being helpful
I
too,
heard that.
and finding. So there's a lot of things as we're looking through this that we were like, oh, this needs to be fixed and this needs, so before we can really get the budget correctly done, we need to get those things cleaned so the beginning numbers are correct. Yeah.
Well, if you have any questions, feel free to stop in and come see what we do and see our big projects we're working on anytime. Thank
Sounds
you.
good. Thank you.
Thanks, Kelly.
Okay, Jamie, you're so patient. And then Wayne, sorry, Wayne. Are you getting hungry? It's almost noon.
Can we order pizza? I'm just kidding.
Too nervous to be hungry.
Okay, so your page is B11. B11. Okay, so again, I'm gonna start off with this bottom down here. Sorry, I'm gonna.
Go ahead.
This 88,000 right here that is entered in no random line, that's actually supposed to be divvied up between the state's attorney and the secretary.
Okay.
Somehow the coding with the payroll wasn't being broke out where they should have been, so that, rather than trying to hand figure it out without going through the whole entire thing, Madison will do that, we just or actually stamp the number and there's the flat number, so that's what that makes sense. And the state's attorney assistant, secretary is significantly lower because we are breaking at 85,
Oh, sure.
85, 10 and 5. So this is 10% of her salary in there. Okay, floor is yours, Jamie.
All right, I've got one handout for you guys. I don't think I sent the salary survey right away, so I've got a salary survey of
Yes.
counties that are close to ours inside. There's actually 5 pages to it. I'll send a couple down here.
Oh, I'm sorry, wait, hold on.
What?
You need all 5 of the pages.
I got one for you.
So bring that back to me, bring that back
Alright.
to me, and then you have that big packet, you have that big packet.
Oh,
And here's a big packet for,
what? I didn't realize how significantly I was underpaid compared to the rest of the state's attorneys.
oh gosh, all the counties. Everybody's way off.
So the counties that are approximately our size of approximately our caseload are anywhere in the 60 to actually $82,000 range. That's why I asked for the $65,000 salary. I think it's getting a little bit closer, I guess. As you guys all know, because I think I've spoken with every one of you at any time of the day. I'm available any time of the day. I may not be in the office. on, I guess I'm not in office for 40 hours a week. Everybody knows that, but I'm available every hour of the week. And I think that's probably something that not everybody is. I've spoken with Stephanie at 10 o'clock at night, Rod at 10 o'clock at night, Scott at 10 o'clock at night, and invite anybody to call me if they have any questions or need anything at any time of the day. I know I was replying to emails to Danny at 1:15, I think, on either Friday morning or Saturday morning. So it is, I mean, that is what it is, it's part of the job, but I think that brings value to the county too, for me to be there. I've got 13 years of experience in 2 counties and we've been through a lot in both these counties. And I think when there's an oh shit moment in the county, I think I'm probably the first person that everybody runs to. So, like I said, I think that $65,000 is that I asked for is probably still a bargain for the county, but warranted, I think.
I agree.
What were we paying you at?
Right now I'm at 56.
You're, right now, current actual is 57,656.06. And then since I gave everybody the just $2 raise for right now, the $2 raise brought him to 61,556.06, which I agree with Jamie. I think a lot of people that were vast under current budget. I put what I thought we could afford right now, being 4,000 over.
And I understand that. I guess I'm just not justifying what I asked for, and I understand. I'm always the one that preaches too about taking care of the taxpayers, so I understand that too.
What I would like to do though, to interrupt Jamie, what I would like to do is I would like to revisit if the merger does pass through, I would like to revisit the schedule and take some of that 54,000 to bring the revenue or people's salaries more competitive up in all departments. I think they all need, to be closer.
No, I see that. So, but I'm looking at this sheet here, Jamie, you're at the bottom of everybody.
Everybody in comparison to the county, and so it wasn't that big a deal because I was making money I was making good money when I was working between the 2 counties. And now I'm not. So I think that the 65,000, I think it's still a bargain. I think it's justified. But yeah, I'm in comparable counties.
That's what, yeah.
I'm close to the bottom.
Mhm.
Oh, that's all that.
And I would say I'm called on by the Association of Counties for expertise and things, and Aaron Burst and I are on speed dial with each other. So I know what I'm doing. I think I'm fairly competent in doing what I'm doing. So like I said, I think $65,000 is a good deal. In searching for state's attorneys, I know the guy that replaced me left McHenry County. McHenry County does have quite a few cases, but I think they're paying their new guy that they couldn't find anybody. I think they were paying him like $110,000 a year. Wells County is about the same as us. That same guy is working between both counties. I think he's getting 82,000 in Wells County, and they have about the same number of cases as us. So, and he's 2 or 3 years out of law school. So like I said, I've got plenty of experience. Like Kelly and I think Kelly's office is the only place that has more long and Wayne are the only ones that have been here in the county longer than I have been. So
Yeah. It's $3.77 difference, from what he's currently making to where he should be. That's a big difference. That's just shows that how vastly under we are in the county, and we're working so hard to get up there.
And I appreciate you guys trying to work on it. Like I said, I understand. I'm one of the biggest proponents for looking out for taxpayers.
Yeah.
But I do need to look out for myself as well. So
if we go from the $2 rate, it'll bring them to 61 to get to the 65. What is that? Figure out.
So it'd probably be another $2. So you'd have to get 4, I think, probably.
Equal that, subtract that. Well, it's $1.77. Whoops. It would be $1.77 difference. Because the difference that he's asking for, the initial ask is,
What if we just round it up to 2, just for to make it more of a?
yep, for $2. The $2 raise is what.
No, but I'm an additional number 2.
Oh. Well, let me explain it this way. The difference between what he's currently making and what he's asking is $3.77. So I put the $2 in there, so he's short $1.77.
Correct.
And what would be amazing is if the 2 positions do merge together, that we would be able to meet that requirement, that ask. That would be fantastic. I would like to do that with a lot of them that we brought up to be able to,
Yeah.
you know, bring them.
Well, for today. And Jamie is pretty well respected by the state, so
If you guys want to put in the budget for his for 65 right now, I'm okay with that. We'll just have to roll, we'll have to.
well,
We can't, like you said, we can always,
we could come down
we can come, yeah,
if we put it up there now.
we can always come down.
It's
Right.
tentative for today.
Yeah.
Okay, tentative for today. Want to plug her in? Want me to
I
plug her
Thank you
in?
guys.
I think that
You are
being
you going to-
fair,
We can't go up. We can go down.
Yep.
You can,
You all
okay.
know that.
You're a good driver. Okay.
The only other, there's an increase in, the dues, the associate, the States Attorneys Association dues went up to $1,000 a year. From, I think we were paying 400 or 500 before. And then my bar dues get taken out of the county. Other than that, everything's the same. Prosecution costs, I'll talk to you guys about that a little bit. That's at $5,000. Usually I work together with another state's attorney if we have a conflict, and typically it's Tanya Duffy out of Barnes County. Currently we've got some conflicts. One of them is some of them have been siblings or family members of employees. I have one right now that they grew up with a person and their sibling is gonna possibly be prosecuted. Stuff like that. So, that's where that prosecution cost is coming from. It's not because they don't want to do my job, but there's a conflict. And I don't think it's appropriate that I prosecute some of the people based on relationships with them. So, I just want to let you know where that money's going. It's not money that I'm not wanting to do my job. It's just that there's conflicts and someone else has to take the case.
Perfect. Changing that page now has upped the annual raise increase to $7,862.10. Just so you guys know, so it went from 74,000 to 81,900. Okay. I know this is all preliminary. This is not set in
So
stone.
does that, I mean, that also reflect the additional that we pay in for benefits? Is that already calculated in there for the retirements that we pay in for all that?
No, this is strictly people's wages,
Okay.
just the wage itself.
That's all I got for you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Jamie.
Thank you. Yeah, before we get Wayne up here, can we get a 5-minute break?
Quick 5-minute break. Motion by Josh for 5-minute break.
Pizza time.
Second by Rod. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Okay, 5 minutes it is. Yeah, so see my great spreadsheet? Kind of a handy dandy little spreadsheet.
Something that I didn't want to be beneficial. Their money,
Mhm.
you know how we.
I have a merger spreadsheet right now as far as to put in an optional, you know,
Mhm.
where we could put that.
Because that's,
I can build that.
that is, I think would really be
Oops.
beneficial. Because when we're.
Because on the average, when people look on their salaries,
Mhm.
not a break, but people look at their salaries, it is a $3 difference.
Oh,
Three something to where, according to the salary survey and what they're currently making, that's $3. That's a big sad difference.
like, when we, Steve was in Bottoms on this commission. I'll get that into what they pay, which Bottoms pay. This crazy, we're like way down.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that. I was on this lower here, but I looked at the aggregated the two numbers from the two companies and I was satisfied. Well, I was probably it's gonna pay more. I mean, they were. And they're paying more even now to the new guy.
what do you figure your hourly wages? Have you ever figured that?
It's well under 100.
I didn't mean to laugh. If you knew what I was paying mine.
Well, I know that. I know. I mean, that's
I didn't mean to.
No, I know private attorneys, but they have, I mean, they've got.
They got
staff
office,
and
and they got
office
staff
and,
and,
I mean,
and,
But yeah,
profit.
I would say, well. So I try to work at least 624 hours a year. That's what I was appointed at, and that's what I try to do.
yeah,
So at 57,000,
that's not quite 100 an hour.
yeah,
I mean,
$90 an hour or something like
Yeah,
that.
I know they,
So.
private, I mean, they have a big staff and they pay the help and
I
everybody
would
gets
say an attorney probably makes between 100 and 150 bucks an hour.
the what?
I would say that a private attorney is probably between 100 and 100.
Well, not only that, I mean.
It's so cold in
Well, I
here.
know that's what they bill, but I mean, what they.
Oh, what they
What they
get,
would take
yep,
home.
yep.
They're doing the same thing. like,
If you guys, this
For, like,
is
licenses,
saved on our
like,
share drive, I believe.
State has a
If
look
it's
at
not, I
it
can
and say,
put it on our share drive. So
okay,
people
you're
can
working
look
for
at
us, you're losing all
I
that,
just-
so we try to compensate for that stuff.
You know, cause I wanna do this, but you know, then.
Yeah.
Take that.
it. Mhm. Yep. All right, are you ready to rock and roll? No, Lauren left. Never mind. I'm so sorry, you guys. This is taking a very long time.
I knew it was gonna be a
Gotta be
long
done.
meeting, so it's all right.
This is a fraction.
I mean, this is your biggest job. I mean,
Mhm.
budget is. It is gonna take a while because it is probably the most important job that you guys have.
And next year it'll be a lot smoother because we'll.
Cause I'll be gone.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
I might make it,
I almost called you Friday. I was working on this Friday at work and I almost called you, but I knew you were off that day, so I wasn't going to pick on you.
Thank you.
Because you wouldn't have been able to, you don't have your papers in front of you at home anyway, so Maddie and I just worked on it Friday and plugged in and went, this is just gonna have to be a rough draft. And then I am gone all next week, or all this whole rest of this week, I'm gone to Bismarck, or to Walker, Minnesota for conferences.
That's an annual one, right? You go.
Yeah. Annual administrator one is my favorite conference. It's only administrators, so it's not all the management, it's just us.
Sounds tough being in Walker in July.
Oh, and it's during Walker days, during their towns days. So we get the crazy days shopping everywhere. Oh, such a good week.
What's the resort? Is it Gull something? Gull Lake?
Chase on the Lake.
Yeah, okay.
That's where we stay. That's where the conferences are, is Chase on the Lake. It gets to be tough because, you have your mornings, you're sitting in there looking out going, oh, I should be out there. But a lot of the families, they get the big condos and they bring their whole family up for the whole week and stay and.
Sure.
okay.
Okay, Lauren's back.
All right, we will be back in session. We're gonna hop on, just so we know the commissioner page. C whatever. Or B, what is the commissioners? Anyways, I did not give us a raise. B7. B7.
So
I just have us at 15,000. That is for us. I didn't put in a raise for us at all. I thought,
okay, this is my thought, okay. I think my thought is this, leave the rest of the commissions the same, the rest of us. The chair will give them some more money for the chair. The chair's a lot more work.
cheers.
A lot more work. I had it last year and she does a lot more than I ever did, so but my proposal is, let's get paid like $500 a month. Or more. I don't know, I'm just throwing some numbers out.
Or just 200 a meeting.
Well,
Yeah.
right now it's
Or-
$100 a meeting. so-
Yeah, no, but pay her 200 a meeting or 100.
Well, whatever, you follow what I'm saying, at least
Right.
double, at least that. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but you follow my line of thought.
I can plug some rough draft numbers in and
I don't know.
I'm good with that.
I'm good with that. But I will be the first to, if we need to pull some funds, I'll
I
be the
know,
first to
but-
lower mine, because yeah. Okay, so I'll put in this rough draft 200.
Okay,
Okay.
I think you might be better off if you're looking at it that way. Maybe just a flat,
that's right. That's right. I mentioned that, the $500
yeah,
a month
well,
flat
rather
rate.
than 200.
Yeah, that's
meeting
the
or
other
whatever.
option,
If we went with a flat rate,
yeah.
but,
It's up to you guys, that's what my thoughts are, but
well, I think that probably more fair. And I'm not so, one way or another, I'm not too interested in it, but I mean, if we're gonna do it, I think it should be a flat rate
Flat rate, yeah.
rather than a monthly.
Monthly. Or out, like.
Do you wanna set yours to the flat rate then, Steph, or?
Okay, I'll put a set rate. The difference is it's a $3,000 difference for the flat rate of $500 a month. So it goes from 15,000 to 18 annually
For everything.
for county commissioners.
Yeah, everything, yeah, correct, that's right, yeah.
You want to fix that, Maddie? Yep. Please.
We can come down if we need to.
You know,
I'll be the first to cut it if I need to.
I know that, but.
I will,
But they.
but I appreciate that. It is a lot of,
Mhm.
a lot of work. Thank God Anetta Parkview runs well. I think I have awesome management
Get
because.
yelled at a lot more, right?
Okay.
Oh, okay, so let's move on to Wayne. Oh, I am not a road department pro, so I don't know where. Let's start with the revenue page, or wait, no. Yeah, let's start with the revenue page.
Where are you going?
C7A. C7A. Do you have the revenue page or you just have the expense page?
I just have.
The expenses? Okay. Okay, so here's my question is on the revenues.
A, this is revenue, and then this one is the expense.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay, I guess I don't really have much of a question for the revenue page as I thought I did.
I do have.
Oh, I do. My question is, okay, so we'll get about $2,000 for weed mowing. And then we'll get around $221.99 for mobile homes. And then the penalties, we get about around 1,600 is what she put in there because that's what we got for revenue in 2025. And then under HB 1505, will we receive 547,589, or was that from the year before?
That's already in from several years ago. The House Bill 1505, I don't remember what year it was.
Okay,
We got it, but we haven't spent it yet.
okay, so we're not gonna be receiving
So
more of
we,
that.
right, so we
Okay,
requested to move it from the 26 budget to the 27 budget.
okay. Well, I'm going to. But if it's
We're
already.
gonna use that on the Red Willow Road.
Oh, okay, I see what you're doing.
Yeah, because
Undo. So we're gonna take this account here. And then I'm just going to move it back for 2027 and I'm going to. Put this in here and put in the parentheses for Bedford Road. Or Red Willow
Red
Road.
Willow Road, Red Willow.
I wasn't sure about it, so I took it out and I was like, well, is this actual revenue that we're getting or not getting?
I think it's money that's been saved or identified as 1505.
Okay, so we need to, so with that being said, we need to move that out of because that's already in our savings account in that,
It's in this bank, yep.
it's already in the bank. So we're gonna take it out of that bank. I don't know if we'd move it to this revenue, we'll discuss that later.
Yeah.
Well, that's a Linda question.
So that was because that project was, oh, where is it? Estimate was 1 million,
Something, yeah.
$1,237 or $237,150.01. So then the state is maxed out on their funding of 500% or 500,000, which leaves 737,150 for the county to pay and 1 cent, I guess. So then using that 1505 money, subtract that from the 737, 150. 01, that's just an estimate, but then we have to.
Put it in the expense side then.
Yep.
Okay, so are we going to get state highway funding? Is that 362? Is that the for sure number that we're going to receive?
That's the highway distribution It's gas tax,
Okay.
license fees. I think,
And the engineering reimbursement in 2025, is that funds that we were reimbursed for? We expensed it? It's probably on the expense side, I'm sure, but. Sorry, guys.
I don't see that on, oh, I'm looking at the revenue.
Oh, yeah, I'm on the revenue side in the very, very bottom.
Just got,
Was that written in there under engineering reimbursement? Did you add that
That
later?
must be new.
Okay,
Yeah. That must be one that was added.
okay. I haven't put in all the. Okay, so we'll question that one too. Okay, now, that's all the questions I had. We can jump to the expense side now. Which is the
Oh.
next page. Oh,
the revenue, you know, there's flexible transportation money. I think comes in every month.
Mhm.
And I think that will total 32,728
$32,728.
in 2026. And I don't remember if that carries on. Because I think the sheet that they sent out just went up through 2026.
I wonder if that got coded to a different page, because the road department has like 5 pages.
I feel like I remember writing that number down,
Yes,
$30,000 number down, but I didn't know.
so I wrote it down in my estimated revenue for 2026, but
Okay,
I didn't know.
is that and it's a flexible spending funds? And is that
flexible
automatic?
transportation, that supposed to be used on transportation projects.
I wonder if the transportation has its own tab. Oh, look,
Because that's what our grants are, flexible transportation, but there was what do they call that again? Special project fund.
yep, the special project fund is under. I found it because I remember that day I was looking for it, Maddie, and I was like, oh, there it is. It is the C7 in itself. It's called road. No, I'm lying to you. There he is, road special projects, C8 is road special projects. And then that's where they're taking out, the expensing out 32,000. Thanks, Jamie.
I'm coming back, I just have to make.
Okay. So the beginning balance of that special road fund is 1,362,896.78. On page C8, keep going up one more. Right there. So on here, first I have to stand because that's how I talk. I get a laser pointer, by the way. I need one. This was currently the balance of Wayne's savings account, or that special projects account that we have money in. And then here, special projects, he's got 302,241, and that is that'll be taken out of there and moved over to the
Expense.
expense side, or to cover an expense that's gonna be coming out of there.
You're using that for the Red Willow
Red Willow.
Road then?
That's gonna be the
That's the covering for that.
the remainder of that project.
1.2 minus, okay.
So
That's an
that
expense.
It will be.
will be taken out of that account.
So what you're saying is, the whole thing is 1.2 million, correct, for that?
Yeah.
And we got 547,000 from the state. So you want to use this money to cover the difference, correct?
Yes.
That's
500,000 from the state.
correct. Okay.
Well, that's not enough to cover it though, is it?
But you said you were
No,
able,
good.
you were
No,
able
but
to
that's-
shave a few
that's-
things off and change a few things to bring it down a little bit too, didn't you? Or
We were gonna use the House Bill 1505, which was
547,000.
547,700.
559.
59?
Okay, so but if
547,
that's already in, it's a
559.
savings account, we shouldn't count it to get, if we already have that revenue in there, we shouldn't add it again, because unless we transfer it out of that savings account.
It's in this 1361? It's in this?
So
The
I think
547?
so. Is the HB 1505 in that part of that 1.3 million?
I don't know.
I bet we'll have to look. We'll investigate where that's coded to.
'Cause I don't see that side of the.
I bet that, because any money that goes into the specialty probably is over there.
I'll have to look where that was
Yeah,
put into.
because it's not in the prairie dog separate.
Mhm.
Yep. I bet it was coded to there. So then if that's the case, then we don't need to count it as revenue again. We'll just have to transfer it
Right.
out and pulled in.
Yeah.
Okay. I love that you guys. I'm sorry, you guys.
That's good that we're discussing and getting it correct.
Yes.
Well, we're gonna
Absolutely.
spend 600,000 though, aren't we? Where's all that come out?
Comes out of the special
We're-
project fund.
Yep.
Well, I only see 300 in there though.
No, that's what's gonna
Oh.
be, that's what they're taking out for the expense side. We're gonna fix that.
Well, yeah, but we're gonna spend 600.
Yep.
300,
Yep.
300,000.
Yep, but I think that was coded to a different side. We need to fix that. Instead of that saying 302,000,
Yeah.
it should say the whole dollar amount that we're gonna take over.
Mhm.
Take it out to
Okay.
there
Yeah.
instead of that. So we'll have to fix
Because
that
it
dollar.
should be around 800, shouldn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I think the rest of it, it's coded under the expense side of the project. Under 2026 expenses, that has the 547,000, but that actually wasn't expensed out. Or,
It was, I think it was put into the budget last year in case we
Yep.
used it.
yep,
And being we aren't gonna use it this year. And we carry it over to
yes.
the next plus.
So how she
extra.
was entering it is that she was, instead of doing the transfer from here to transfer to there, she was doing revenue, expense, and moving it that way. But we're gonna do like Linda, how Linda wanted us to do. You're gonna do a transfer out
Mhm.
to transfer in
Mhm.
and then do the expense side. Yeah. Linda was, Linda was brilliant.
This is.
There's two ways to do it, but Linda just suggested to do it this way because it's a cleaner cut. Because instead of saying we're gonna add an expense out of this account, we're just gonna say we're gonna transfer that whole dollar amount out of this account and move it into the general fund. So then it'll be on his total, move it over, not the general fund.
It'll show a total
Yes.
expense on his end.
Yes. Yes.
So there won't be a special project fund.
Yep, there is a special project fund, but we're just gonna take the 600,000 that's for that Red Willow Road.
Well,
Okay,
you're gonna take the 300,000 out of this and transfer it to the other
yes,
account.
plus,
So this one will go to zero.
no, there's 1.3 million in this account.
No, up, go, put your finger up.
Over here,
That should go to zero then.
yeah, that one put zero, and you see where it says transfers out to road and bridge?
Yep.
We're gonna put the total dollar amount of the project down here, because we're gonna transfer it out
Yep.
from the savings account, put it into the checking account, if that makes sense for. the account.
Well, as long as we get it balanced.
Yeah. We're gonna meet again with Linda after we get this done and show her what our projects are, because we have a list of things that we've had going on. Okay, next, sorry, Wayne.
No problem. So on my original one, I wrote, we needed like 850,000 for that project.
850.
That's included, should have included the 547,
Okay, we'll take all of those things out.
subtract the 547 from the 850.
Red Willow, and it's 840,000. Is that what you said?
547, 759. That's the house bill
Okay, what's the total?
for the project.
Yeah. What's the total project that you would like to put in their budget?
I think it's at 850,000.
Okay, that'd be perfect. 850,000.
That's our share. That's not the total project. though.
No, that's our
Nope.
share. They're gonna do the 500.
Yeah, that'll come in as revenue. correct?
That'll be
Revenue,
applied to the project
yeah, but it'd be revenue for the county.
directly, I would say. There's, if you subtract the 500,000 from the 1,237,150, it comes
That'll
out
be our expense.
737,150 is our
Expense.
plus 1 cent. If that's only an estimate.
Yep.
So that's why I didn't want to just have it right at $737 and
Makes sense.
737,000.
Yep.
Want to have a little more in there just in case the
The bid
Something.
comes
bids
in.
come in a little higher.
Yep.
Otherwise, you're,
Or you run into a problem during the project or something like that.
yeah.
That is absolutely beautiful. We will add that in there. Patty's like, yeah, we will. Okay, because right now it shows that with the revenue that's been put in there and everything else, with the entries, it was like, you don't need to take any of your meals because you have enough money in your account to cover your whole entire year and then some.
No.
So, which we knew that wasn't right. We're like, oh, this doesn't look
We're
right.
like,
So,
something's wrong.
Now, the bridge one, that's all balanced out.
Yeah, that all the bills go directly to the state on that. They
Okay,
come to me.
yeah.
And I
but
look at the
that's
bill.
For as far as we're concerned here, there's
and I
no money,
I
I mean,
approve the
there's,
bill. I send an email back to say
and they
that
pay.
approve the bill. Yeah,
The only cost on our end was buying additional land. That was about it, right?
yeah,
Yeah, that's that bridge fund.
yeah, 25. We
Pretty good deal.
okay, good.
paid for the right of way.
Yeah.
Okay, so on your salary side, I just put in, I gave everybody like the $2 raise. It went up and down. It varied, an average of $2. And then, so that I rounded it to be 425,000. And then I didn't put anything in part-time salary. I just put it all in salary gross.
Mhm.
And then, that salary that I made for Wayne, I helped figure out for Wayne, that include all the current employees plus one part-time employee. Cause they wanted to bring somebody, so I was gonna see if we can fit in the budget to have a part-time employee to help. Was that what the goal was, Wayne?
Well, I think it was
A full employee, but,
full time.
but I thought maybe if we could work with a part-time.
Yeah,
Cause I think
part time.
Rod been, he had some ideas or, I was hoping a part-time would be better to start with the blade.
Yes.
And then maybe the next year we can bring, if it works out great, and we like, hey, but we could do this person full-time, we can bring it in full-time.
So how much you allocating for a blade operator?
For the part-time person. Oops, I'm in the wrong spreadsheet. Hold on, give me seconds to flip my spreadsheets. I figured 31,000. Was for the part-time person.
So you figured 20 hours a week for 50.
Exactly, I did exactly half. Instead of 2080, I did 1040.
And then we don't have to pay benefits or nothing on that.
Mm-mm,
So let's say there's money there.
mhm. Yep,
That's why you bought the blade, so you could hire another person?
Yeah, well, a little bit of both. I mean, the blade came up first and then we went for the person
Yeah, but you
afterwards.
knew you were gonna try to hire somebody.
Yeah. Because they were, and he even said when it came up, I remember him saying that we need to get another blade because we're having a hard time staying caught up as it is.
Yeah, but he said that they could do it themselves without hiring anybody when we were talking about it.
To get them by, but when they wanted to work on the following year's budget, they wanted to try and work somebody in.
I never heard that. But I think that's what somebody had planned when you talked about buying the blade.
so I did put that in there. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it does, I mean, if we can't make it work, we can take it out, but I think that was. Just so you know that that was an additional expense that was put in there.
Speaking of the blade. With the pipeline. Are you guys? I know I've talked to Jim and stuff and we're kind of flexible. Trying to work down there and stuff as well. You know.
Yeah.
So we can.
He's been blading it. A lot of times he blades it with our part of the road that's right there. Yeah, and Jim will blade it, and then he puts it on his time card. But I have to bill Karstensen for.
How about Hannaford Road, the elevator road? Have we been doing that or have they been having their guy do that or? Don't know, you haven't heard, okay, I was just curious because I know they were gonna
Not a-
talk to you about.
It's not our road, I guess.
No, I know, but I didn't know if they were asking you to have a guy do it or not, so I was kind of curious.
They haven't.
Okay.
Okay, so back to the, Oh, go
Just
ahead.
one last question on for, what are we billing the pipeline then? What are we per hour?
$400.
That
A mile or an
A
hour?
mile.
A mile.
that would come in as income, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
in 2026, but I don't know what it would be for, I mean, how much do you
this
think?
is
it'd be
gonna
for-
go on for.
What do you think it'll be for 2027? I didn't even add that in the revenue.
No, I mean, but I think it should.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a
Yeah.
lot.
okay, so we should add revenue.
You know, because that's really gonna offset your budget.
Yeah.
For
For
the-
the
for the-
blade. That's why I bought it.
Yep,
One of the
exactly.
reasons. Yep.
Okay, for Garrison.
So how often you've been
They,
blading roughly?
they recommend it every 2 weeks,
Okay.
but it hasn't been that much traffic yet.
Yeah,
Yet.
but it's gonna,
It's
we're
getting
gonna
worse.
get,
There's getting to be more traffic.
So in 2027, let's figure out how many weeks and then, or how many times did it say? Every,
Every
weeks.
2 weeks.
every 2 weeks?
Is that a half a
If we
day
figure it
or
out,
what's he spend on it?
Oh, it takes so far it hasn't been a lot because there's different segments. It has to be divided up by different numbers. You have a different number for each segment,
Well, I just meant would,
you know,
just
so
roughly for the budget. Is it a full day's?
you go 5 miles an hour and it's 10 miles, that's
2 hours.
2 hours and then 2 hours back and then.
So you figure
So it's
half
a
a
round
day?
trip.
I mean, kind of half a day, twice a month.
so 8 hours a
But
month
it's by the mile, so.
By the
that's-
mile, by the mile.
goes by the mile.
It's by the mile. We get paid.
So the hour.
Oh.
That's, yeah, well, you're right, would be, you know, but it'd be more.
We can add that later.
That would actually be more,
I can try to figure it out
Something,
more that if the whole thing was bladed, what it would cost.
Well, I think because they wanted to pay us per mile because they were insisting they we would make more money instead of per hour, wasn't it?
That's what they said, but
I'm hard.
it depends upon
how bad the road is.
how bad the road is.
Yep.
If you gotta go over it more than once.
how much it rains,
Yep.
how bad the road is, how much they clear up.
Yeah.
Well, if you was per mile, if you went back, you do it twice. I mean, that's double, right?
Right, it should be.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, so we'll add that. We figure revenue to add the Garrison blading
Maintenance, yeah.
maintenance.
Yeah.
1,000, said, how many, would you go 6 months?
You'll go your own,
Year
Would you
round.
like us to break out the
Well, they aren't
part-time
gonna-
in its own line?
they
I
aren't
suppose
gonna
we'll
do
figure it
much
27, so you'd be like, I don't care how you
Winter,
do
winter
it.
time unless you
But would it
gotta
be easy-
consider
you think
snow.
it'd be
removal. I mean,
easier
you aren't gonna be blading.
If we
on
break out the
hard
part-time
frozen
to its own
ground,
line.
really.
Mhm.
they, when we
Okay.
looked at that, or they bladed year round, didn't they?
Well, you aren't gonna do much.
They quit when it got really cold, last winter, I believe, on some of it. There was one crew that was working through the
I can
winter.
do that right now.
also.
Okay.
So it varies, and of
Yeah,
course,
just
that
certain
was a
numbers.
bigger area, but.
Right. They didn't say how much they did, but he did say that they work year round. No, and I don't know if it just was snow removal or what, but they did tell.
So they include snow removal? I mean, is that part of our deal?
I suppose it would be if
Oh, we
if
got,
they were still working, whatever.
if it's on a county road, we'd normally have to do the snow removal ourselves, so anyhow. Mhm.
There.
Or just the regular traveling public.
Yeah.
Okay, so we broke down the difference between the salaries, the full-time to the part-time, so that we can keep kind of track as to the full-time, part-time, if
Just like the bookkeeper is a separate line
Yep.
item
Mhm.
Yep.
versus.
And the overtime, I apologize because if you look up on this big screen, the overtime only shows 3,844.34.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's accurate or not because everything was being coded in the payroll to different accounts. So it could be still in the salaries. I don't know if you guys had that much overtime this last year or,
We didn't have a lot, but you know, it was budgeted for 35,000.
yeah, 30.
56.
You know, and that's gonna vary, if you have a
Yeah.
bad snow year, it's gonna go way up.
Right.
So 36,420,
Yeah.
we did increase it from 35,360 to
Mhm.
36,420. 20, can we round that to be a round number and take the 20 cents off the bottom?
Sure could.
Just 20 cents.
It's 20 cents. Can we get round
You
numbers?
could make it 400 as far as
You want to make it 36,400?
Can we do that?
Yeah, if that's, if you think that'll be work it. Okay,
When
now
I,
that,
when I calculated I said 3%.
oh, I see.
3% times all of the wages.
Just up everything 3%.
Yep. And so the overtime was up 3%.
Okay,
So
and then the bookkeeper that we put in,
keeper I put in because he's worth more than that probably.
I agree. I can't even, and hope, again, the game plan, like I said
I mean,
earlier.
we
is-
split then to
Mhm.
45.
Mhm.
Who's the bookkeeper?
Bryce,
Oh, no, I was just curious.
yeah, he does a great job.
Mhm.
He is absolutely an asset. He and the ND PERS, of course, we have to fix that in the GL because none of the road departments, FICA or insurance or anything was broken to the and put in the right spots. So I just did it with the spreadsheet of, 15.26% of the salary that was in there. So I did that, so we had a number to go by. So, but the budget does figure that out. So that just automatically fills. And then there was never anything in job service and workers' comp in here, so I left it. I don't know if there ever should have been, but there was never anything in there.
Yeah, there was some times where they got switched around,
Right.
workman's comp, job service, workforce safety.
And I think that's I think that has, they just lumped all the counties into the one insurance stuff. Which I don't know if it should be or not, but we'll ask Linda if that needs to be broke out because they do have their own mills for that. So wouldn't their expense be in there? That's a Linda question. Okay. Utilities, 20,500. In 2025. It was a total of 13,558.56. And then we just kind of rounded to 20. I didn't look at.
Yeah, we budgeted 18.5 and 26, and I don't know what it is right now, but
Yeah, I was gonna look, but I don't have my phone in front of me.
sounds like electricity is gonna go up probably, so.
Well, you never know. Okay, and then repairs in 25, use 25, budget's 45. It's been consistent with the all the way through.
Yeah. So repairs, of course, now that we have a machine that we own, none of
Mhm.
that's paid for by warranty.
You're gonna have to fix it.
Yeah.
Correct.
So I increased it a little bit, not a lot, but we increased last year because we got that new blade.
And then how about radios 2,500? Shop miscellaneous 1,000, everything else is pretty much rolls all the way through. Gravel 125,000. Last year we spent 199,000. But I don't know if I saw that we took that from, we'll have to look to see if we transferred that out of, if we transferred it from Prairie, because believe Prairie is going to cover for that gravel for the year in 2025. I just don't know if we actually did the transfer. Wasn't it Prairie Dog funds? Were going to be some? Or
No.
did we not
I
need
don't
to use
think-
it?
Or didn't we use it?
We didn't need to use it probably. Okay, if we didn't need to use it, then let's not transfer it. Perfect. And then
I don't think our prairie dog money has been
No,
spent anything out of it. yet.
nothing's been, no, it's sitting there.
nothing has been out of prairie dog.
I know you've been trying to push a lot of it towards number 8 though, too, as much
Yeah.
as you can.
I got 1,750,000
I've
prairie dog.
1,757,878.86. That's our total dollar. We haven't used anything for it.
That's what I thought. For the gravel, you gonna buy any more from Gilbertson's, Wayne? What's the
Yes.
plan? Okay.
Yep.
When do you do that then?
Well, they put a bunch of gravel up in Eberhard again.
Okay,
And I think they put some more up
Retzloff's,
Retzloff's, but we still had,
some left over in
still had a
Retzloff's.
pile and a quarter of a pile
At Retzloff's.
at Retzloff's.
Okay.
Don't know yet.
Do you have to buy sand? I mean, salt for the sand? Is that included in here?
I've got a line item for that.
Okay.
I got a line item.
I didn't see it, that's why.
Chips and sand.
It's in
Chips and sand is,
salt too?
salt is included in
Okay,
that.
just curious.
So overtime in 2026 so far was used 2,299. And then salaries, you do have a part-time, some expense went to a part-time person. We gotta double check how things were coded. I don't think it was set up quite right.
The major purchases, Wayne, is that the blade payment in there? Is that what that is?
Major, yeah,
That's
that's
the blade payment every year?
blade.
Okay, so job service is being coded. Job service is being coded as an expense, but there's no budget item for it. So we probably should
I
add,
don't know, the lease blades.
Oh, yeah.
Lease blades.
Yes.
we should probably add an item for it.
Oh, yes,
Next, a
absolutely.
dollar amount.
Yep, doubles, yeah. Absolutely.
What's
What-
the engineering?
That was just in case there wasn't anything covered by like this bridge. Well, that was included. I think that was included in the estimate.
Well, could we use it on the McHenry Road? I mean, if we
Yeah.
hired ELJ to.
Shop
do some work there.
utilities.
Yep.
So far, shop utilities is 16,363. So if you add, that was for 6 months. So if you double that. Right?
I was off on engineering someplace.
Sorry. No, I opened up your current expenses as of June 30. So as of June 30. Come on, compute.
I'd like to get that.
You can have it now.
She's
Yes.
gonna,
I will
That's-
start
that's-
printing out a month end.
that was so
Yes.
nice when it used to be printed every month. You
Yes,
could see
yes.
the end of the
Yes, I
month,
will-
okay, I still have this much. Because Bryce has had to move stuff around to try to balance the line items.
Yeah.
I know it was,
And then I'll
So
put it in the drive.
repairs
When I'm
and-
done with month end, I'll put it in the drive for.
Repairs
show
and
that expenses for
supplies
that
and
month.
stuff, they all kind of run together.
oh, and it's an easy report to read. It actually is a really good report. And then it's like,
Mhm.
CPT has brilliant reports. I was like, do they? Cause I was told that, that it's terrible, but really it's a beautiful report. So we had zero issues reading it. So far, yep. So far, the shop utilities for year to date is 16,363. So if you double that,
Right.
that is
32,000.
32,000. So do we really need 45,000 in or wait, you put shop utilities as only 20,000. So we're under on shop utilities expense.
Yeah,
So we should bump up your shop utilities to be closer to, what did you say, 32,000?
so these shop utilities, I imagine would be like our phone and electricity and.
Oh, I'm not sure what is all
That
underneath there.
includes your propane and all that too. I'm sure you're using a little more with that heater.
Yeah,
But there's another shop.
there's gas, oil.
I'm lying to you.
Gas,
right
oil
now.
and fuel. Gas,
Yeah,
oil and
fuel
fuel would
expenses.
be the.
Oh, there's utilities and then there's shop expense. Okay, so I'm lying to you. So far out of the shop expense utilities, there was an $18,000 budget and they've only spent 5,000 out of that. And that's the line item that I just changed to 32,000. So we should probably lower that because you really haven't shop utilities expense. in the year before was 13,000, so we probably don't need 20,000.
So we could budget down to 15 or what?
I think so.
Okay,
Try it.
There we go.
Here.
okay.
I'm sorry, I'm reading the wrong lines. Okay, so what was the other one that we were looking at?
Why don't you need to spend that much? I mean, what's the
we-
savings?
We get billed, you know, for utility.
No, I know. But if we had 18,
That 18 is estimated. I don't
Yeah.
remember.
and we haven't spent that much,
Correct.
Oh, right now. she
We've
said
only
we're-
spent 5,082 of that 18,000 in that budget. And the year before it was 13,000. So jumping it to 20,000, I think is over what's above what is probably needed.
so you want, where do you want to put it?
15.
We'll just
Just
leave it at
erase.
15,000.
Erase it.
Yep.
And how about your diesel fuel budget?
That's gas, oil and fuel.
That's the $125,000 budget.
$125,000.
Yep.
And
A lot of this stuff is crystal ball stuff. You don't know what the price of fuel is gonna be
no,
next year, you know?
Well, it's gone up.
Yeah, it's probably gonna go up.
Huh?
It's probably go up more too because of the war and all that stuff.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's gone up
The
from,
barrel of oil is cheap.
Oh,
well,
so
it's cheaper than it was.
you could pretty much just estimate what it has been in the last few years. when
That's
it was
what
high.
that's what you have to do is just
Average.
go by what it was.
average, yep.
And, you know,
Average.
try and
Well,
figure it
3%.
out. I mean, you guys been doing pretty good the last few years because of
Oh,
the winters,
we've
right?
saved so much money these last winters.
Yeah, cause so last year, 2025, it was 81,000 that was spent. So far, 2026 is 32,000. Now, mind you,
Yeah.
we're only 6 months into 2026. So
And we had a good winter after the first of the year. It
Right.
was still good. So
I don't know. If you guys want to lower it, you can, but I don't think it,
I think we should.
I don't
I think we should leave
it's-
it
yeah.
because
I
the
don't
price
think
of
we better.
fuel and
It could go up.
Yep.
well, it's gonna go up with the price of fuel and it's gonna, we get that bad winter again, it's gonna go up.
yep,
It's just gonna go up.
that'll do. I think that's the only one. Culverts, 30,000. Last year, you guys spent 28. So far this year, you guys have spent
nothing.
nothing on culverts this year.
I could though.
What do we do with this is totally off the topic. What do we do with all the, in your guys' yard, all of the old culverts and stuff like that? Do we
Haul them to Jamestown and get,
scrap them and get money for it? So before you retire, is that the goal, is to clean that?
That's the retirement money.
buy a little gold maintainer
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something,
there you go. Yeah.
Your little gold maintainer.
There you go.
belt buckle or something.
Yeah.
Just cash cow.
Yeah.
Okay, that was my only question as to what we do with all of those things, because I was walking one day and I was like, what do we do with all of that that's there? Where do you
You
put
just bring it
things?
in for recycling, whether you get anything back, you just,
We're waiting for the price to go up.
No. You don't know when you're gonna, wait for you get a load anyhow, or
Yeah.
well, you could always, couldn't you, if anything, when some of these scrap guys go around, couldn't they get it and give you so much, or isn't it
Could.
really worth anything?
Well.
Or doesn't it really
If you
work
get
like-
paid from them, that's the question.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on down to equipment.
Yep.
Equipment, major payments.
That's the
Blades.
blade.
Okay, so is
Please.
182 correct? Because so far, we pay that once a year?
Yeah.
Okay, because right now, okay, perfect, because it was 180,716.
But when we leased our new ones, I think they were a little slightly more than the previous ones, but not.
Is this the new? Is this the new?
This should be the new one.
This is the new one?
When was that paid?
Oh, it doesn't say. It just says, year to date. 180,716.80.
That's what it is. Boy.
Okay, so could we put in the exact 180,000, 181,000? Because we're not gonna be oh, Stephanie, you're in the wrong line.
Yeah.
I'm trying to gain every penny I can out of everywhere. Can you tell that?
I see that.
But to get as close to budget as possible. And then,
We want to
not
make
gonna have
sure
any
that we
leeway.
get to 30 mils, right?
yes, that is our goal, is to be sure we get the 30 mils. We have to get your revenue and stuff
'Cause
correct
There was,
on that.
yeah, there was some years where
Well, as of right now, you don't need, as of the other, when I looked at the other day, it was said you didn't need any money for the road department, and I was like, what the world? So we had to work some numbers to find out. Yeah, Linda said, I don't think that's right. So that's where we're fixing things now. Okay, everything else looks great, I think. Oh, this miscellaneous shop expense for 6,500. I was gonna look to see what, oh, Stephanie, what are you on here now?
That's all like screws, bolts, general stuff that you just buy for repairs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but there was no expense. It was zero spent last year in that code. I was like, so what is that, should that money have gone up to one of these other ones? Or is that
shop miscellaneous. $1,000 and we spent 525 last year.
okay? So we have two
Very
shop
good.
miscellaneous accounts.
And there's a miscellaneous. Well, see, you should have to go back. There used to be like several pages. Cause some of this stuff was on different pages and it all carried to the front,
Yeah, it was kind of there is one page that is like that. Okay, so stiff. Okay, let me go back to your shop. Okay, so I've got a miscellaneous, which is 6901, that miscellaneous. And so far you guys have spent, well, 865, but you never know what miscellaneous things are gonna come through. And that had a $4,000 budget last year. And then this year, you 4,000 budget for this year too, just leave it the same. And then I didn't know where the shop miscellaneous should be. Cause I didn't find a GL code that said shop miscellaneous.
That would be that 6,500. Wouldn't it?
No, that's just plain miscellaneous.
uh,
Unless you want to put that underneath all miscellaneous.
shop
There's this shop
expense
miscellaneous. What's this one?
Oh, there's a shop miscellaneous. Okay, so we got
6420.
two different shop miscellaneous expenses. Do you want to merge that into one and put that? Do you see the,
Yeah,
you get 6420 and then you have shop expense miscellaneous?
It should just be one.
Maybe it's the same
I
thing.
think it used to be like, what's the travel one? 901
And that,
for travel expense taken out of the road department. That could be the 4,000, which I never spend. To go to conferences and meetings.
Oh.
yeah, the 901 is road miscellaneous. Just, yeah. Okay, so. What was my other question on that? You put in here, or there was an expense in 2026 of that 547, 759. Oh, that's our transfer, that's for the Red Willow.
Yeah, that's when we're
Gonna work on to fixing that.
move that over to 2027,
Okay,
because it won't be spent.
okay, perfect. Cause technically she didn't put it in here as a GL budget item. Oh, yeah, she did. HB, yep, she did put that in there. Perfect.
Need
Okay.
any building repairs?
Now we need a concrete floor in Bedford, and floor drain and I didn't even know that I budgeted that 35,000 for building repairs. Unless I was, when Jim Anderson retires, we're gonna need a shop somewhere.
Out west.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. Cause right now we're using his Quonset, which is just a Quonset.
yeah, we had a building just like in Benford, that Quonset, but it's too small and it's in slough practically.
Yeah.
Sutton is, so it's so soft in there. We store like our mower in there and stuff, but
Not the blade.
not the blade. It's too short for the new blades. You got packers on the back and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why we had to build a new one in Binford because it's back through the wall.
The old one didn't work.
Yeah, it was leaking. There's holes all over.
That was bad shape.
So what are we gonna do there?
So I don't know what we're gonna do with that 35,000.
Well, you aren't gonna get one built for that.
No,
No.
But you have 35,000 that you could use this year for something.
We need to one shop for a blade. We gotta put it somewhere if we're gonna build one.
so I don't know if there could be like a fund started that you could. 35,000
borrow and pay off.
35,000 or whatever, or I don't know.
Finance something. 35,000 a year.
Building fund.
Well, that's road special project fund isn't only, is what was being done is at the end of the year, whatever's left over in the road department
Mhm.
of all of the expenses was rolling into there.
Mhm.
So that would be the years back culverts and oils and whatever what wasn't used was being put into that savings account for those things. I don't see, we can ask Linda the rules on that, but I don't see why we couldn't use some of that to build a building too, if we're not gonna use it all for the road, but.
Well, let's show something else out. We'll buy another truck, another semi, you know. We got a belly dump last year, you know. You know, we need to start replacing those trucks, you know,
Yeah.
right, Rod? What do you think, you know?
Well, we can, and you can put
Yeah,
it
yeah,
in the
you follow what I'm saying, though,
expense.
that, yeah, I know, I'm just saying, because those trucks are they're old, you know,
And again, those
influence.
things can, I believe, can come out of that
yeah,
special roads fund. Cause it is your leftover
okay.
unused
Go ahead,
road
Rod.
put over there.
I did go and looked at some and they're us all over the board
Yeah,
on the price and how new do you want to go? And my fear, and Wayne, I think will agree with me on this, and Scott probably too, but once you go past 2008, you get into emissions.
correct.
And then you get into the newer stuff, and actually you can buy newer trucks cheaper than you can buy
That's
an
right.
older one.
Tell me wants the older, new trucks.
Because
Emissions.
so I don't know, Wayne, what do you think on the trucks down there that are there? I actually talked to a couple of the guys there, asked them their opinion, and their big thing was no air conditioning and no power.
Yeah.
Well, those are things that can be fixed. The air conditioning obviously can be fixed. Power, I mean, Trammy just did his, you can flash an ECM. They don't even have to take them out of the trucks anymore. You can just flash them right on the truck and you can bump a truck. I would say that your trucks are probably 425 horse. They could probably make those 450s just for $1,000.
I'll go up that torque a little bit too.
Yeah, they'll bump the torque up. They'll go from 1650 to 1850 and then they'll bump up the power. My suggestion was that before you spend money on air conditioning, to pull the sleepers off of them and then eliminate all those lines. So there's less lines and stuff to leak. And just put the back window kits in, they come with nice rear windows and tin and interior and everything. They're built, you call them, But those are things that have to be discussed.
Yeah.
To try and find trucks that are 2008 older that are not are we buying anything better than what you have when you start buying that old? Yeah, man, you go into Fargo and just look on the website and start looking. You can find anywhere from 2015 to 2021. And they're actually reasonably priced, but there's a reason why, they're auto shifts and depth and.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know.
How old are ours?
88, 94,
Yeah,
96.
no, I
No, they're it's good iron, though. I mean,
It's good.
yeah, I just,
They're old.
They're old.
I didn't have any idea what they
we're gonna have to spend some money on them if we're gonna keep them, because they're old enough where they need,
They're gonna need some
But-
updating is basically what you're saying.
But there again, everything can be, with Gilderson's, they have so available of parts, suspension wise and things like that can just keep being done. But, if they, if we can do, like that one's got, that white T600 is it's a Super 10 with,
It's
it's
no power.
Yeah, yeah. So they're, those Super 10s are, they're a mess.
I've always looked at the revenue side. We're 30 mils is what, 600?
730 mils would be 700 and some thousand for you. Like 760. 765,000.
The other caveat in the whole thing is too, if you have decent equipment, you better chance of getting employees too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my fear is that you buy a too new of a truck to where you have codes and shutdowns and, there again,
Correct.
yeah, we know what that costs to get that stuff latched and.
Yeah, we've been very fortunate to have like Gary Varberg and these guys that do a lot of work on it.
Yeah.
You have to take the transmission out, put in a clutch and whatever,
Yeah.
put it back together or place the transmission or the differential. That's gonna come to a stop.
Yep,
probably.
no, you're right.
There's not a lot of guys nowadays, youngins that are
Yeah.
mechanically inclined like that. I shouldn't say there aren't, but I
Yeah.
don't see as many.
Like Gary has been amazing, hopping in that maintainer and taking off and going out and blading and getting compliments and
Yeah,
people
no,
see,
Yeah.
appreciate.
no, absolutely.
Gonna be looking at a shop mechanic at the rework.
I almost need
Yeah, a
to
lot of
retire and
places
hire him as
have.
a shop mechanic, it's like, hey, you can retire, don't do that anymore, but let's shop mechanic you, but.
Nelson County used to have a shop mechanic that was in there all the time, that Messner,
That's right.
maybe still do, but they're a lot bigger county, more tax base and stuff, so,
Mhm. Mhm.
but
Back
whatever you guys decide would be great, because I won't be here.
Well,
I will be here. Listen to that.
Regardless of if you're here or not, it still affects you because you'll still be a taxpayer.
Yeah. You need good equipment to do work,
Absolutely.
If you're gonna
and
do it.
we've-
if you're gonna do it.
And we've done that in the last,
We've
starting.
had problems in the middle of the winter and all of a sudden here, your truck doesn't go, or your spring breaks or whatever, but
Yep, 765,766.17 is a 30 full mills in the road department, what you would be able to take. And what I need to figure out to be able to take all of that. If we did take all of that with our current budget as it sits, without the corrections and additions we are over 110,000
On this, just on the. road
on
side.
our 1.7 million that we have to use.
You're not gonna get your raise in.
I won't get my raise. There it goes.
There it goes.
Well, what are we gonna do about a building in Sutton?
And I'm just throwing things out,
I know, I understand, but I mean, we're kind of working on the budget, so.
I know.
Well, I don't know if we can just take that rebuilding repairs and, have something kind of like we did with, don't want to do it that way, but like we do with the courthouse.
Right.
Build and finance something.
Yep, we can put money into, in speaking with Linda, you can't put money into a savings account, take taxpayers' money to put an account that you're just never gonna use. You can't just put a rainy day fund away.
Correct.
However, we can allocate funds for future projects. So we're gonna allocate funds for buildings. We can do that if we know it's gonna take more than a year to be able to get the funds for that. We can do that.
Well, could we build the building and borrow the money and? take it off
Absolutely, you can,
Over time.
yep, you could take
I
out a
mean,
loan.
That's what I'm
Yep.
wondering if that would be.
We are able, and I can get specifics from Linda too, just to verify specifics on, on counties taking out loans, how that all works, because the county can take out loans.
If we can't use Jim's wants it.
Cause you don't.
Probably have to find a place.
Cause you
to
don't
put it.
need a heated building up there, right? You just need a cold storage type of Quonset.
Don't have to, you know, ours isn't heated in Binford,
Yeah,
except he's got a little office there that's heated with,
that's
Electric,
understandable. And a
basically.
bathroom or something like
in the
that.
bathroom.
But you don't need like a huge heated massive shop. You want something where you just park it in the winter, worst case scenario, you gotta plug it in on a really, really cold,
Right.
cold day. So you have to protect it from the elements. That's all you
Mhm.
need.
Okay, I will do some detailed work on that. I will do some investigating on
Okay.
being able to take a loan out for that. I can't tell you if you have any money like in the ARPA funds left over. I know we used all the COVID funds. Those are completely gone. I believe there was some funds we have left over in the ARPA. It wasn't ARPA, it was LT,
Oh,
whatever it's called.
the ACF.
The LTACF funds, we did have a little bit left over there, but I need to. And we, I say I, and it's Madison. I mean, Maddie, is gonna look into reconciling that and find out where we are with that. Cause what we end up doing is, remember when we budgeted to use the COVID funds? And then we're supposed to over budget because just in case something didn't cost as much or blah, blah, blah. Well, what ended up happening is that we had 150,000, we budget 180,000, then everybody all of a sudden, when we left the meeting, everybody ordered. Like everybody ordered. So people end up purchasing 180,000 worth of stuff.
We actually went over to.
We actually went over because we budgeted or we
We also
did
got
that,
money back in grants too.
but that was including that.
Yeah, I know, but. I'm
But
just saying
yes, yes, so we need to figure out how much we had left. I know we had to pull in some of that LATCF, we had 100,000 in there. We had to pull in some of that to cover that overspending.
Yeah, we did.
That made it, that sounded negative, but that's not what I meant it to be by. But we did pull some funds over for that. And see, and we can see what we have left over at the end of Wayne's fiscal year, end of year. Instead of putting that into the road, we could always take the leftover of that. You know, we can look at where you're at and take the leftover of that and move that over to the account, to that account. So then you don't have to necessarily take what we currently have. Or if we can look at a loan, if you look at a loan before the end of the year, we can see what Wayne has left over his account to see what we could reallocate that to a down payment on a loan or a building and such. But
Well, either way, we gotta get them something up there, so.
So the county, the county owns that little property. I don't know what it is. Patty probably could find a description of that. I don't remember how many acres or if it's an acre.
It's in Sutton, you mean?
Yeah.
do we ever
Better
have,
to get some.
I'm sorry,
Nope,
interrupted
you
you, I got
go
ahead.
ahead.
Do we have, permit income from permits? Do we ever have an expense that goes out of there? What is that money for?
It usually just goes in back into the road department.
Cause we have $31,000 in permits
I remember
that we received.
Really?
Could we move
A lot of
those
that came
something?
from the wind tower
Okay,
So there wouldn't be that much.
permits.
some of these things that we're going to be getting, we might get more revenue in on permits I don't have anything in there for the budget for a revenue for this year, but or if we do, it's way back on revenue page. B2, but
I
anyways,
think we have, like for garrison diversion, I don't think they've gotten any permits.
okay, there was something else I was gonna ask you for. I mean, and these are things I can ask too, as to how we can use some of these funds that are in these accounts that we have. That's new. There was one more I was gonna ask you about, Wayne, and maybe I can, if I come into it and run into it, I'll call you. Cause I was like, oh, this is a Wayne thing. I need your help.
As long as it's not on Friday.
Not on a Friday.
No.
It was Friday when we were working on it and I was like, okay,
Well,
so
I'm
what is the chemical
Probably
hazard
every
account?
Friday for now on until you retire.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the chemical hazard account? That was the other one. Or is that DES? Maybe that
That's
is,
yes, I
I
think.
think so, yeah.
okay, I'll ask Jamie on that.
That was in case of
Or-
a spill or whatever,
Okay. And what I think I need to do, I think I need to write up a spreadsheet and then write down exactly what all of these accounts are for. This is what this one's for, this is what this one's for. Because every year it's like a new year and we forget. Perfect. I don't have anything else for you, but we can look at the weed now if you want to look at the weed now.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wayne, and I will
Welcome.
this isn't the final, so
Right, we got months to go yet.
I have to figure out how to make sure we add in all that revenue and transferings, how to put that in there so it looks right.
Yep.
So we'll work on it again. So.
And yeah, so if we get it lined up to do that County Road 8 using prairie dog funds, does that have to be budgeted or can we just take it out of that fund to pay?
You can just take it out of the fund to pay.
Couldn't you take all the fund and then when you do the following years, you could write it up as one of the county's expenses?
Because I think we put that down as we're gonna do a future project,
Yeah, that's right.
you know, so they don't think we fill out a form every year of how we've spent the money. Is that right, Maddie?
Yeah, you have to have it for something. And we're only getting this year in 2026, 240,000 versus the 800 and some.
Yeah,
And we don't know what we're not gonna get any for 2027, or if there will be, Linda said, was
Yeah, the
Yeah, I don't think
plots
so.
aren't filled up yet. The-
right?
Yep. Right.
We won't find out till after legislation. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so one last one and then we can all go home.
Good.
And then, I know, and this is the weed board people. And on your guys, again, I have to stand.
What is that?
and do this.
C29A.
We're on. So last year, for 2026, the budget was 2,000 or 6,240.07 for the salary. And we don't need to break out the FICA and all of that out anymore. We don't need that. And then this year with the 6,500, I shouldn't say we, but the road weed department did. They went to 6,500 and that figured out to be 260 hours of spraying that you could use.
Okay.
And then the road department the weed department gave me chemicals of
That's.
requested for 2027. I actually put in 10,000.
Yeah.
We had 6,000 this year. And then if you scroll down to the bottom.
Sorry.
Scroll down, Mandy.
Yep.
Or you have to go back to the other page, I guess.
Oh, this one?
Yep.
Nope.
No, what are you
Oh,
looking
yeah.
for?
There's a tag in there.
This.
So here's the tag that you're gonna receive. You still have that 10,000. But you can apply again in 2027 for 10,000.
Yeah.
Because you can apply 2025, 2027, so you can receive that. So I put the 10,000 in there for that. If you roll down to the bottom. And we're scrolling and we're
Yeesh.
scrolling. There we are. Okay, so January 1, we started at 43,466 in there, and with everything that you put in there, you guys end up having 41,000 at the end of 2027. But currently this is as of December of 25,
Okay.
as of with the expense that we put in there, you have to look exactly what it is right now, but the estimate, you have 47,000 at the end of the year. So you guys, if you guys do, I know you guys commented about chemical purchasing, if you guys have enough funds, and the answer is yes. You
Yes, we
guys
do.
currently do have enough funds in your account for the
Okay.
year if you need to. Because there've been funds put in every year, but hasn't been fully used.
Nice problem to have.
Yes,
and you'll have, I guess with the money, if you start looking and, you know, I got the sheriff's vehicle, but you gotta make other updates on other stuff, you have some money for that. So,
we did receive not everybody's budget, we received budgets from the library, the fair. There is the same
Get
as,
the fair?
I think, I just put the same as last year.
Okay.
I think that's what that
And you
was.
put social service in, right, Maddie?
Social
You got-
services
you got
in.
Yep.
Okay.
The extension office is already, the budget is in the extension office. You guys can scroll in there and see that. And the rest of the people that didn't give me a budget, I just use exactly what they had last year in there.
Mhm.
So,
so if they're short, it's on them then.
yeah. There was just a few of them, for now, I mean, they still have time to
Right.
get it to us before
Yeah.
before August 10th, but
Yeah.
this is what I put in there for them.
So we're gonna do another special meeting next Monday then?
Next Monday, there's be no way I could be ready for the budget by next Monday to review. But, or actually, we can see. I don't know. But I know for sure we can have meetings the last week of the month.
Oh, yes, yeah, August 10th is the last deadline.
Right. I
We
would
have time.
prefer
We
to
have
give us
time.
the whole entire week to
That's fine.
to all of this week and all of next week. And we could probably do it, you know, like the first week of August or the end of July. We'll see where we're at.
When's our next meeting again?
Not
We have the
until
special the 27th, but actual
The fifth?
meeting is the
10th,
10th of August.
10th of August. And that's when we need to finalize it.
That's the last date.
So
State.
I was thinking either the end of July or the first week of August, we could have meetings. I'm sure we'll be done by the end of July sometime, but I
Yes,
don't
that's
want
fine.
to say it and then we ask for an extension because we
I know.
have our numbers, but. All right, now we on there, we have future, anything for future?
The budget.
Sorry, you guys. Okay,
I know it's, we'll see how the budget is and everything too. I'm waiting to hear back on Otter Tail too on the whole, I know we talked about in the past, the whole LED deal. for the
Yeah.
courthouse.
Yeah.
So, I'm waiting to hear back on them. So we're just, whenever I get that, I'll have some more numbers in place for you.
good. Good, because we didn't go over the general with all the general expenses. And the auditor, I didn't go over that one either, I suppose. And we didn't even go over the treasurer. I'm sorry, Maddie.
Okay.
But in the auditor side, the deputy, we just did the $2 with the $2 raise in the deputy, and then we left the auditor's salary in there. Exactly what it is right now. So that's 54,000 was 2026. We left 54,000 in there for 2027.
Have you figured anything for income versus expenses or how that's gonna work out with our budget?
Yep, that's all on your pages, the revenue side. I didn't go over the revenue pages today either with everybody, but it is on there if you guys want to
Well,
scroll some.
if you've got something, just so I don't have to look it up. Anything? Estimate?
As far as like the revenue goes,
Well, how the budget is gonna work out, I mean,
we,
with our income versus expenses.
oh, well, like I said, right now, putting it, what we put the numbers in right now as is,
No, I meant
we are,
100,000 over.
we're $100,000 over.
expenses over.
Mhm, But I haven't,
No, that's all, I'm
Yep.
just out of curiosity.
but I haven't fixed the
No,
revenue sides and such, but
I understand, I just,
yeah.
for today, I was
Just for today, with what we've gone through and have, without the corrections, all corrections made,
that's,
100,000 over.
Hmm.
Okay. Can we get a motion to adjourn?
That would be me.
Okay, motion to adjourn by Scott. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Second by Josh. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Bar none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Meeting ended at 12:41 PM. Our next meeting is August, or we have a special meeting on Monday, July 27th at 7 PM,
Button, isn't it?
followed by the next regular meeting.
Special
August
meeting.
10th.
Special meeting first, August 10th,
Special
That's
meeting.
weird.
then regular meeting.
so do we
August
get
10th.
extra for a long meeting or?
I think we should.
Well, because that way, if we do short meetings, we would have to cut
Yeah.
ourselves.
Should we
too.
get,
See?
do we get,
I can't
do we
get
get
that.
extra? Sorry, guys. I appreciate